Okay, welcome back to, I can't even remember what round it is, round 12, I believe, and we are at the Hungarian Grand Prix, and joining me, I don't know why my headset is being broadcasted, I do not know why, for the session is Mr. Owen Wyatt. How are you doing, Owen?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm hoping the internet will hold out for a while.
Give me a second.
That's not good.
It would help if I did this. There we go. Can you speak again?
Hello, can you hear me? We're all clear.
Yeah, loud and clear. I can hear you. I forgot to unmute the output. There we go. His internet's been playing up recently, so if his internet dies, then you know, he will just drop down, and I'll just be by myself. So yeah, have you watched a few of the streams so far? How are you thinking of it?
I think it's been very successful so far. It's good to see so many people racing and having a good time. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how they get on myself. It's good to see a wet qualifying around Hungary. This will make it a bit mixed up. And yeah, obviously we saw the rain start to fall at the end of the last race, and hopefully we'll see that as a theme today, because Hungary's a bit boring in the dry, but in the wet, brilliant.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find someone I can go on board with, and typical Louis in the session. Oh, yeah. I think there was only one session I didn't get a lap. Actually, no, I've had a lap with him in the Baku race. There's no point me doing it. Let me go on board with Lion. There we go. As he goes past the sector 2 now, as I do believe they do have free tyre choice at the start of the race. So that is good news. I just hope it doesn't rain in the race, because otherwise it's going to be absolute chaos. As he goes, I just need to get the telemetry up. There we go. As he goes into, he's in 30 RS mode at the moment. He doesn't need to push too much in this lap, as he's a bit slidey there, going towards that part of the chicane. That is very, very tough for any driver to do in the wet conditions. He's in 9th place at the moment. Louis still on pole with Speedster in second. Can it change as we go towards the penultimate few corners, as Lion gets it very, very tidy there towards those final few sections? As a couple more corners to go, and it looks like Louis is going to set the pole time with a what is it going to be? A 1:30.6, a mere second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, no real surprise. Louis doing Louis things there. I noticed the safety car is still sitting on track. I don't know if you had that on your screen. I thought they said they'd patch that, but I guess not.
Austin had it in China.
Yeah, it's so weird that. It always happens in one shot, but yeah, Louis there with the trademark 1 second player. You wouldn't expect any less from him, I guess. Doing himself proud and putting himself on pole. I guess you'd expect him to stay at the front the whole race, but you never know. You never know. With these races the way they are, it could end up last for all you know.
Yeah, so I'll go through the standings quickly. So we've got Louis on pole, then Speedster, then Verstappen in 3rd, then we've got Flip Flop Fish in 4th. Trust me, you're going to find it tough to say that name. Thomas in 6th, Alonso 7th, Spaghetti Chips in 8th. Oh, we got Lenny in this lobby. Oh, Lenny.
Good. I was looking forward to seeing him. He was telling me he was going to be here.
Oh, that's good. I think it's his first race, I believe, unless he raced when I was having a nap, which I don't think he had. So, yeah, I believe it's his first race. And the night shift, oh my god, that is brave. Let's see what the weather is dealing with. Is it going to be dry or is it going to be wet? Please be dry.
Dry, it's dry.
Oh, thank goodness for that. So, yeah, I think I've pretty much done 2 stops around Hungary loads of times. I think I've done it about a few weeks ago, and I've ended up getting P6, I think, after that. And I think the strategy, is most people are probably going to start on, the top 10 are probably going to start on the softs, and then they're most likely going to go on to the mediums for their second stint by the looks of things.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be the best, sort of most sensible strategy to do. You don't want to be messing about with the softs too much around here. It could bite you quite badly, actually. So medium's probably not too bad in the race, but we'll see what they end up doing. Obviously, if you get involved in any accidents early on, that could change it a bit as well. But no safety cars, I believe, so they don't really get to benefit from any of that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they didn't choose any safety cars, because that might have made things a lot more interesting, but I'm guessing that it's not a league race, it's for charity, so that is, you know, that's probably the main reason why we're doing it. And they get free choice of tyres, of course, so let's look at what they've decided. Oh, okay, we've got a mixture of tyres, I believe. Not everyone's gone for the soft, so that's my theory out the window.
Yeah, but luckily we've got plenty on mediums, so no one on hards. I'm surprised, I'm not surprised that we've got no one on hards. It's someone always will try and it will never work, but luckily we've all been sensible here. It looks like pretty much a 50-50 split through the field. In fact, I think it's an exact 50-50 split, which is nice, with the sauce and the medium, so we'll see who comes out on top of that. I imagine Lou will probably still pull away, despite the fact he's got 3 runners on the sauce ahead of him, but we'll see. I know he knows what he's doing, but I know everyone else knows what they're doing as well, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all pans out. It's quite difficult to pass around here as well when you've got the DRS zones. You've got the one running down to turn 1, then the one running down towards turn 2, and they're not particularly effective actually because they're just such short straights, so the tyre choice could be pivotal for overtaking through undercuts, and that might be the main source of overtaking you get in this race.
Yeah, I think so as well. I find it hard to overtake in particular. I think I usually overtake in the penultimate few corners, but I forgot to say that in the last commentary I did with Austin. Who's your top 3 in this race, do you think?
Well, I fancy Louis to win it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Oh, who do I want in second place? Flip-Flop Fish. Why not? Just because of the name alone. It'd be nice to see him up there. I know Verstappen's quite quick, and I know Space is quite quick. I've commented on quite a lot of these guys actually. I don't want to be biased too much, but I would say Thomas up there. I would say Lenny up there as well. Just for a bit of fun, have Lenny up there.
Yeah, so you say Louis, Thomas, then Lenny?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah? I'm going to go with that as well. And I'll let you do the start because you're the guest.
Ah, lovely. Thank you very much. So we're all lining up for the grid then. It's actually quite a long run to turn 1 because the back of the grid will line up pretty much just on the exit. You see some races where they'll park halfway down the straight, but luckily we've got a relatively normal grid, and it means you could gain quite a lot if you get a nice launch. As the lights come on here in Hungary, it's Louis on pole, Speedster in second place, and we are away. Looks like a decent start from most of them. We'll see how they all get on in the second phase. Louis feels the need to move over to the right hand side to defend. You've got 2 Red Bulls side by side as well. Speedster has a look into turn 1. That could be contact. We're 3 wide, and I believe Speedster will get the exit there. He will lead because you'll have the better grip on the tyres. If you can just hold this on the outside, it could work for the inside in turn 3, but he's locked up. He's gone wide. He's not going to get that now. He'll fall through the field potentially. He's fallen down to P3. Verstappen up to P2. Thomas wide. Could find himself under some pressure, but no one seems to find any accidents. Louis quite lucky to be leading this thing. As you see, some people going side by side there for turn 4. I think it's Praga and Leafy, or Greeny. I always said this in PSG, I always called him Leafy, but now we've got a collision. Praga round. He was the one side by side, but I think he hit a different car, and he's fallen down to last place. He's got front wing damage, but apart from that, good start I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. They kept it clean. I think most starts I've seen are pretty clean so far in this 24 hours of race. There was a few dirty starts, and but that I didn't see many myself. So that was great to see as well. Verstappen I think he's gained about a few positions after that. I think he's gained 1 position right now as well, and obviously Speedster's dropped down to 3rd. Flip-Flop Fish, he's getting close to where we want him to be right now in 4th place. We've got Owen in the pits for TNR then, as he goes on, I think it's damage, he's got damage from, Praga's incident. I can't tell.
Could be, yeah.
I can't tell because the camera is cut on the front wing, but it's taken a while, so I'm assuming it is a front wing change. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I'm not sure that's the same incident as Praga. I know we came together with someone, that's what made him spin off in the first place, but hards interestingly for Praga rather than more mediums, and then Owen obviously going on to the mediums himself, so that's a bit different there. They'll need a miracle in all honesty to get back, but if they've got good pace they can maybe get on one more stop. I don't know what they started on, those two, but that could be pivotal actually to what they do. I'll just quickly check what they started on. Both mediums. Maybe not going to work out as well then, because when they were on soft they wouldn't have to use them again, but now they're going to stick on hard compounds or do a soft one at the end, which means they're going to be pretty much at the back of the whole race, unfortunately. And look at that, Louis already got over a second advantage in just the 2 laps, so when DRS gets enabled, no one's going to be chasing him with it, as Verstappen makes a very early pit stop. This is lap 2. I said I don't want to be using these soft tyres for very long, and I didn't think it'd be this short. Lenny as well into the pits. That's interesting, 3 of them now into the pits. I didn't think they'd be off them this quickly.
No, I don't think so as well. I thought about lap 7, lap 8. Not even
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Well, that is incredible. But this could be the start of the undercut, of course, for Verstappen, because obviously Louis is going to have to go a while on those mediums. He's going to have to pump in some good laps, and the good news for him is he's going to have plenty of clear road ahead of him. He'll have a good 10 seconds, and I'll say that, the guy ahead of him has just went off, RC7NI, in the wall in his Toro Rosso. He'll get overtaken by Verstappen, so there'll still be a 10-15 second gap for the Red Bull. 12 seconds, that's in the middle, and yeah, it's time for these guys to undercut. And then yeah, RC7 unfortunately will be in the pits, and he'll probably fall to the back now.
Yeah, that's a shame, really, to be honest, after he got caught up in... I think I caught to just before that, and it looked really, really nasty for him, so hopefully he can come back. I'm not sure what team he's representing. I'll have a check. Excuse me, in a second. I'm just seeing how close everybody is. CRG Gamer is fighting the other Ferrari of Greeny LFC. No, it's not Ferrari, it's an Alpha of Greeny LFC. Looking quite close towards
wow.
DRS.
Oh, Speedster nearly gets onto the grass in the pit lane entry. I think he went in quite late. He was waiting to see what Flip Flop Fish went and did, and he decided to react to him, which is quite dangerous when he's a car behind, but luckily it worked out. And we're not going to have many people left on us. We might only have one. I think it is only just the one. Obviously NI will pit, so we're only going to have the one driver on Sauce left on track. I didn't think it'd be this much this early, but first chance to see where Verstappen's going to be in relative to other cars, and he is still ahead of Speedster and his teammate. But Lenny right up on the back of these 3 now, and they all potentially can jump Louis, which should be quite the task in all fairness, but if they manage it, then he'll be right in the thick of it. But now, like I say, Louis is just holding the lead pretty well. He's got the ERS nice and high, and he is just controlling this, isn't he, already?
Yeah, I can't remember which, actually. It was Baku. We did exactly the similar strategy where it was a wet qualifying, but it was...
Oh, Thomas is going to hit the wall. Sorry to interrupt, but Thomas has spun off. He's out of the race, and that was just... well, he just lost it on the exit. He was drifting, it looked like, through the corner, and yeah, he could never collect it back up again. So he's sitting in the middle of the track. He's out of the race. He was running in 2nd place, of course, before pit stops, but that'll help these guys passing. Don't have to worry about him for the rest of the race. And well, that's one of our podium guys gone already. And there goes CRG Gamer as well, at the same place. Interesting. He's going to reverse now across. Hopefully, Thomas Levy needs to host, I think. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues in the lobby, because I sometimes see it causing issues, but hopefully it doesn't. We've got our last soft runner into the pits, but that's 2 cars in pretty quick succession going off at the same corner. That is quite surprising. You don't really see them going off like that, as you get Owen side by side with Shumi in the final corner. But yeah, this has been quite a hectic start to this race. I wasn't expecting it to be this crazy.
I know, and there's no safety cars. Usually the stuff I've commentated on in the last few weeks have been safety cars, and I thought it wasn't going to get this crazy. It has, and that's what league racing and charity events have done for both. I think because we have you in the commentary box. I think maybe.
Well, let's hope I stay in the commentary box for a while, then hopefully the internet doesn't go off. I sort of in my head have like a timer of like 20 minutes. I'm only going to get 20 minutes, but hopefully it's longer than that. Sometimes it goes off at 3 o'clock, you never know, might get the whole race in, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll be here for the next race anyway if it does go, but I'm really hoping it doesn't, because this is shaping up to be quite a good race.
Yeah, this
and you can see Spaces all over the road there. He's absolutely driving the wheels off his racing point and locking those wheels up as well. Very often it cost him a chance of going for the lead at the start. He doesn't want it to cost him a chance of getting that second. And he's in the DRS zone. Like I say, we're not 100% sure how effective. I reckon it's more effective based on your final corner exit and that only. Because you'll get close now, but will he be close enough to go for a move? Will he be worried about going wide on the exit? We're about to find out. Here he goes. He's locked up again. It's going to cost him. It could have flip-flop fish on the back of him, but he's not quite close enough. And that's the issue. You brake for turn 1 like that, and you're just going to go wide. you've almost got to be fully ahead before the corner, and that's why I'm saying it's all based on your final exit from the last corner, because you could be side by side and trying to pass, as Damon's been off the track, and he isn't ghosting right now. He's very slow on the racing line. You've got to be careful there. But yeah, you've got to be pretty much nailing the final corner and being fully ahead before the corner, turn 1, to get the move done, I think. And we saw proof of that.
Damon's cut the corner. That's a straight 3-second time penalty. It might be multiple warnings. I'm not entirely sure. So that is, I think, pretty much his race compromised even more by the looks of things right now. And I'm saying that the mediums are definitely the best tyre to be on right now, as everybody's pretty much on them apart from Braga, who's had a little bit of a incident. I'm actually happy that RC7 is still going even after the trouble. But meanwhile, I think Alonso is going to challenge Lyon for second place. P1 is out of the picture at the moment. Louis running away with it. But we've got Lyon and Alonso battling for pretty much best of the rest, like we've seen in most races with Louis involved as well. I mean, we see Louis and Rafa, I believe, in Brazil with obviously J-Car was commentating there. That's where Rafa got close to beating Louis, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But could Alonso beat Lyon? We'll have to wait and see. This is hard to overtake. He's not going to overtake yet. He's just going to wait for the slipstream and DRS by the looks of things. It must be very tough. I'm sure Alonso's going to wait for Lyon to make a mistake by the looks of things.
It's pretty much all you can do, isn't it, when the gap's like this? It is the most frustrating thing in the world to be the guy sat behind, because, you know, as someone who's been in league races where you're able to sit ahead here, you can turn the ARS down the whole lap, because they're not going to pass you in the middle sector, and you can whack it up to overtake for the final corner and just launch out of it, and they'll never pass you. And it's a total nightmare for the guy behind. You can do nothing about it, so yeah, you really are pretty much just waiting for a mistake. And as you can see, there's just no way Alonso's going to get past here. He may close in, but unless he goes for a dive bomb and just nails it, he's not getting past. And he'll be stuck at this for pretty much the whole race until the pit stops. I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Yeah.
Now, what is interesting, I'm just going to point out, because Damon's struggling quite a lot, these three are all going to get past and cleanly, and hopefully we'll see how hard Damon fights. We'll see if it's hard or if it isn't. Speed's very early on the brakes for turn 1, doesn't fancy hitting the back of his teammate, of course, but he is sort of getting stuck behind him now, because Verstappen's cleared. Oh, he's going to hit him! He's hit him! And flip-flop fish is all over, waiting to get this done. And Damon's super slow at turn 3. This could be side-by-side up through turn 4. This has got accident written all over it, doesn't it? And Damon's just parking it. This is a total nightmare for all of them. And my space has got a big red X. I hope that's not me just seeing all the X's, but
it's me as well. It's me as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just you. Thank goodness.
I was about to say, I was quick for having curtains, but luckily we're still going. But in space, so yeah, that took so long to get past. He's now out of DRS range. If Flip-Flop Fish can get by, maybe this could be his chance. But he is not getting by at the moment. Chance now into the heavy-ish braking zone, and he will get that one done. But that has just spread that field out a little bit, and probably Lenny has gained a little bit in it, because he hasn't needed to worry about this fight the whole lap, but he might well just get him on the main straight, which would be quite handy, but we'll see. Damon, of course, is fighting for legit track position. There's no sort of infighting going on, say, with pit stops, etc., for some of them anyway. I know they've all pitted once or twice, but every position counts in a race like this. And yeah, he's gone wide now at turn 1. Lenny should get him with the second burst of DRS, but he's had a slide, and now he's the one that's going to start losing time. He's going to have to sit back and feel how slow Damon is in this first sector, because he is so slow.
Yeah, he looks it, doesn't he? I think Lenny's gaining a little bit on him as the sector goes on, I'm sure Lenny's going to get past him soon a little bit, as Damon has got a penalty, so I think Lenny's going to be ahead of him anyway. I don't think Lenny's got a penalty, has he? I
don't think so. I haven't seen anything pop up yet.
Alright, okay, so it'll look like even if Lenny gets past, if they're on similar strategy, I think Lenny would probably be ahead no matter what, so that's why I don't think he's pushing that much, but he's got to worry about, actually no, he doesn't have to worry about anyone behind, because Dane starts about 5 seconds down the road. Yeah,
but look at this. Flip-Flop Fish is nearly out of the picture. He's lost that much time behind Damon. It's painful for him, and there's nothing he can really do about it. and he's sliding about too much. He's stuck in that dirty air. He cannot find a way through. Is he close enough out of the final corner? It's debatable. We'll wait and see. He could have a chance here, actually. Down towards turn 1. Damon, is he going to defend it? No, he's not. He's maybe going to look for the exit more instead. He is being shoved a bit wide. Then he's got him just about a car's width, and now he is ahead. But he has lost about a second or two.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there, but I'm sure he could possibly gain it if he gets a better corner entry. Let's see if he gains a little bit of time now. Nah, not quite, I don't think. I mean, I think he's just going to have to wait ever so slightly, which is a bit of a shame, but why is he not using all his ERS? He's on 0, for goodness sake. Use it up. I know you tell people that you commentate to use it up as well. I see the frustration. If they don't use it, I get so annoyed.
Yep. Welcome to my world. It's just so annoying. But they do use it eventually, but sometimes they just wait too long. I'm looking at the gaps, by the way, between Louis and, well, the one stoppers so far, and I think Louis is still pretty clear at the moment. 27 seconds, about that to Verstappen, and still the gap's going up. That's the problem these guys are faced with, because they're fighting in clean air to build a gap or close the gap on a guy who's also in clean air and only on 2 or 3 lap older tyres. It's not looking quite as they maybe would have expected for the end, but you never know. Louis could make a mistake at some point. Unlikely, but you know, you got to put it out there as a possibility.
Let's just say, out of all the races he's taken part in today, he's won every single one of them.
Yes, no surprise. He's absolutely the most dominant person on this game, maybe apart from Jarno.
Yeah,
because you can't beat him.
Yeah, that's
we'll give him second.
Yeah, that's why Jarno's leading the PSGL Championship farther than Louis. But if Jarno's not in the picture, then Louis does. Then Louis is the dominant one. It's always between them two. But anyway, back with the race. Sorry about that. But anyway, we should see at some point. Actually, no, it's I think a bit too early to do another stop, I think, because I know quite a few of them have started on the medium. But Louis, Lyon and Alonso, Greeny, Hammers, Gilzo, quite a lot of them still yet to make their first stop, so obviously they started on the mediums. I'm sure a few people will probably have to wait for someone to respond, but it might be a little too late. But here comes Alonso there into turn 2. Is he going to get the job done? He's going to back out. I think he's got more ERS to use. I'm sure he was going to get the move done, but obviously not. I don't think he was going to take it too risky. Like he doesn't want to get involved in some accident. I'm surprised that Alonso is just not getting the move done online. I think, is he lacking pace there in Hungary? I must think. I don't know, to be honest. He's third, but he's just not getting the job done online, even though he's been close about a couple of times this race already.
Well, this is what I said earlier. You have to be right on the back. Sitting in DRS, that's one thing, but you've got to be. I always say it's the magic 4/10, and some circuits you need to be within 4/10. Forget a second, 4/10. That's what you need at the final corner to have a fighting chance. It's just so difficult to get into that gap, because what have you got before this long straight? You got tons of hairpins. You're gonna have all this dirty air. It's just not gonna work out. But he's gonna pit. That might work out. And that's very early for medium tires.
Yeah, that is.
I would have expected to go 15 to 20. I don't think it'd be wise to go for a hards. Although, like I say, you could go 15 to 20. I guess maybe he'll do another set of mediums, and then he'll do maybe 4 or 5 laps on salts at the end. But yeah, mediums now. We'll see where he comes out. He could come out in a bit of traffic. It might only be his teammate though. He could even slot in between his teammate and that three-way fight for what should be still net second, and he does indeed pop out in that gap. So that's actually quite nice for him, but we'll see if he can make the undercut work. He's even got DRS as well, so he's using the DRS of the guy that's now about 20 seconds down the road, but still helps him out, gives him a couple of tenths.
I think so as well. That's probably helped him on his first lap pretty well there, and he's probably going to try and get it done on Lyon now, as Lyon will still be yet to pit as well. I'm sure, almost certainly, if I was Lyon, I would pit right now if your rival Alonso is pitted, right? Yeah,
you've got to. Just to cover it more than anything. I think Louis the only one that's going to be ripping up the rule book, though. I mean, he's going to do whatever he wants because he's 11.7 seconds clear. He's actually about to lap his first driver today. Might well be his only driver, though, saying that. Only 17 seconds between RC7 and the next car. But yeah, I would expect Lion to pit at least this lap. Maybe the last lap you could say, well, he might still have the pace. And yeah, use the ERS on this lap. Put a proper lap in. Make it work, but I hope he's not banking on Alonso being in traffic, because he's not. And he's using his ERS too. As Speedster has a look on the inside, we'll see if Verstappen has a go on the outside, near contact, but Speedster has done it this time. And now Flip-Flop Fish is going to have a go as well on Verstappen. And he might well get the run. This could be side by side at the hill. Hopefully for their sake they'll back off though and maybe just try another day. But we'll wait and find out. I think they're just going to back off. But Speedster has got his man.
There we go. That's more like it. Back to his true form, I must say. He started quite high up and he drops a little bit compared to his rivals. But
that's not good. Verstappen, that's not the line, my friend. Well, I mean, Speedster wasn't particularly clean either, but they're both bending the rules a little bit. And do you know what? Alonso is flown up to the back of this. Now, this could be to his detriment, although luckily for him, Lion has pitted this lap. And so if he starts getting held up now, well, he might already have the job done. He actually could well fight for second place today, because he certainly looks to have the pace to pass all three of these guys.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, he could do this. I think Lion had to respond.
Here he goes.
Here's Alonso.
First one already.
Oh, he goes past Flip-Flop Fish, and he's ahead of Lion by looks things. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's flying along right now. He's up to P5. Obviously, still two more to pit, but Greeny LFC, who I always call Leafy. It's a thing I've done in PSG a lot, but yeah. Greeny, if I call him Leafy, you'll know who I'm talking about. He still has to pit and he'll fall behind, but Louis, of course, will stay ahead of all of them by the looks of it. It's about 30 seconds to get now, so I don't think any undercut hopes would be there for these guys. So Alonso aiming for that P2, and with the pace he's on right now, he should get it, if I'm honest. There should be no real issues with that. We'll see if Lion, though, has got some hidden pace as well. This is certainly a 5-car scrap now.
This is exciting. I mean, welcome to the 24 hour if you just joined us, and we are in for a 5-man scrap for pretty much majority of this race if they keep this up. I mean, Speeds is back on form, Verstappen is hanging there looking to score some better points for QBR, who hasn't done quite well in this tournament so far, and NXX looking to get second place in the standings, or even first place if they keep this up. To be honest, obviously Louis and Aaron are the only ones that have won for Team Bra. Everyone else hasn't. There was a few races where they didn't go well, but anyway, a few people are in the pits. Greeny's in the pits, but Alonso's going to try and go for the move on Verstappen. Verstappen just locks up, so I think that's gained more time on Alonso there into turn 1. Now into turn 2. This is the other overtaking opportunity. And is he going to go? Oh my god, he's going to go for it. He was going to go for it, but he decides nope, he's not. He did have a look, just for a slight moment, but I guess he doesn't want to take someone out or risk a front wing change.
Yeah, that was good there actually. I mean, he had pretty decent speed there, and we've got side by side Flip-Flop Fish as well, and Lion trying to find a way for it to turn 5. Maybe not the best idea, but Alonso seemed to have just so much more grip, which you would expect on those tyres, but certainly if he gets that car alongside, he should be able to get by quickly enough. I just really hope my insect can hold out. This is looking really good right now.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best Hungary races I've ever seen in league racing, I must say, and without a safety car. This is just amazing, and I think Alonso, he's closing up to Verstappen. Surely he's going to get the move done now. I think it's a question of when, to be honest. If he doesn't, I'll be extremely shocked. But it's going to be a tight entry. We'll have to wait and see, as he's got the DRS. He gets it done quickly. He might even
look at
get
Lion
it done
as well.
Before. Yeah, Lion is there as well. This is going to be absolutely intense going into turn 1. Alonso comfortably gets past Verstappen. Now it's Lion versus Verstappen coming up very soon, but Lion's out of DRS though, so but he's going to get in it, sure, almost certainly. But look at Flip-Flop Fish, he's in 6th place. Jesus.
Yeah, Well, of course, there's plenty of time left to build this all back up and another set of pit stops to do. But that was what I was saying, that magic 4 tenths. I think it was actually 2 tenths Alonso and Lyon had, and they were clearly passed. And that's, like I say, that's what you need. You have to be right on their gearbox to pass them. And that was a very good example of that working. And now, well, we'll see if Lyon can make that work as well, as Louis finally makes his pit stop. I wonder if he'll keep the lead. Maybe he'll fancy changing the front wing for fun, but he's going to stick on more mediums. And I think Alonso's been off. Alonso has been off.
Oh.
He's going to lose potentially P5. No, he's only fallen to P5. He must have had that slide again that we've seen Thomas and we've seen CRG Gamer have. And we've got the second set of pistols happening now. Was there a collision in there? Verstappen... We'll wait and see if there's a front wing change incoming. I wonder if there's actually been a collision, because he was very close to the back of Alonso when I cut to see Louis, so I didn't see what happened. Or is this just an elaborate undercut? It's just an undercut.
Ah, yeah, it looks like it. Again, my camera didn't show the front wing, but it looks very quick anyway. So now I can be able to tell if they pitted or not. So that's Verstappen down into 11th, but all they see is the undercut. Well, it is powerful, the undercut, as we've seen most of the time, but it's been very, very close. I can't remember what the pit style on the pit stop is around here. Do you know?
I have no idea. If I'm going to base it off what Louis is, he only lost about 19 seconds.
Alright, okay. I'll just base it on that, and then if it's longer than that, then yeah, we'll just have to deal with it. Maybe someone will know in the chat. If you guys know in the chat, let us know, so I'm looking at the chat right now. Anyway, the order so far is Louis, he's pitted his first stop. He's still yet to make a pit stop, and we've got Speedster in second, Lyon in third. Alonso was in third, but he's dropped down to 4th place, which is not what you want if you want to stay second in the championship, if you've got the likes of Lyon and Speedster trying to catch up, that's for sure.
Yeah, Speedster's now into the pit lane, as is Flip-Flop Fish, so we'll wait and see how the undercut works out for Verstappen. The bad news for him is he's stuck behind Mark right now. Will he pull a move? Will that lose him time? He's losing time either way. He will get the DRS, but will that be enough to get him ahead of his main rivals in this race? And of course, I mean, Lyon and Alonso, they'll be out for quite a while, but they'll be on softs almost certainly at the end, and they are still a force to be reckoned with. So you look at this fight right now, as Verstappen is behind Speedster but ahead of his teammate, and they're all behind CRG Gamer at the moment, who's waving easily. He probably knows he's on camera. Hello, CRG Gamer. But yeah, they will be swamped by Lyon and Alonso surely at the end. Well, and possibly even Greeny LFC and Herms. I just don't know how these tires will run, because these will be old mediums versus new softs. That's what we're going to be looking at the end of this race, and that is very tantalising indeed. And I just wonder how much Louis is going to win this thing by. I know he'll crash now, I've said this, but do you reckon he'll make this a 30-second race win? Because he certainly seems to be he's on rails right now.
He won by 16 seconds in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I reckon he'll smash that right now. He'll probably hit 16 in this lap alone, you know. He's only lap 20 and he's, yeah, granted, still got another pit stop to go, but so is all 4 drivers behind him. So, Danestar is pitting from 6th place, so that will make it 6 behind him, so that's a pit. And, yeah, CRG Gamer as well pits, so there's going to be no holding up for Speedster, which he'll very much enjoy. And he's got a lot more ARS using Verstappen, which is bad news in terms of a fight, I guess. And Flip-Flop Fish has wiped the way off. This will take quite a while to develop, and I guess we'll see if Verstappen can catch. Maybe with the lack of pressure from a teammate behind, that can spur him on. But certainly right now we're looking at that fight for P7 and the fight again for P2 with Alonso and with Lyon.
Yep, indeed. One thing I'm quite shocked about is, in a while I haven't seen anyone double stacking for pit stops.
Yeah, I guess they've sort of had no need to, in all fairness. They've been pretty clean with their race, and they don't want to mess about their teammates' race, and sort of had no real reason to double stack, which is useful.
No, they only got one car per team. They won't know what the other team is doing.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure there'll be something. They won't want to mess about. They'll probably say, okay, my teammate's in a wait a lap, something like that.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I'm sure they'll have some idea what their teammates doing. But yeah, actually, interesting. We've got Lenny on the back of oh, well, he's pitted now. I actually ignored it. I was going to say Lenny might pass someone today, but he's just been all on his own, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The first time I've commentated, actually no, I've commentated in ILR3 once, but a few times, but I've seen him do overtakes there, but not as much in any other leagues I've commentated on. So please, Lenny, just make an overtake at some point, just to cheer us up.
Slow down and let someone pass you so you can pass them back if you have to.
Yeah.
We won't judge you.
For the stream. Anyway, we are not just doing this for fun. Well, we are doing it for fun, but we are also raising money for our NHS Charities, who do a lot of work in the front line, raising money for COVID-19, of course. And we're all stuck indoors for a reason, because we are protecting our healthcare systems as well. And we are basically in lockdown for another 2 weeks, I think. So probably a bit longer if this keeps this up. But yeah. We've raised quite a bit of money so far. I don't know how much we're on now. I'll check.
I'll have a look.
Oh, you'll have a look. I think we were still on £300 when I last checked.
Yes, I think it was £300 out of our 500 target, which is pretty decent for pretty much the halfway point. But I'll check now what we're on.
Yep.
See if it has updated. £305.
Oh, someone's donated.
So,
who's that?
Someone has donated. I have no idea. I need to look through all this now. This might take too long. My internet will probably go now.
Yeah.
On the phone, the internet's gone already. But seemingly the PlayStation's working. I've got the LAN cable, and it seems to be doing the business.
Yes. Right, I won't let you get the page up again then, just so we can keep your internet going. Then, if I want to find out what it is, I'll find out myself. If that's all right.
Of course, I'll say that, and I'll lose the internet connection now. But the LAN cable seems to be a good last-minute option, and it seems to work.
Don't say.
Touch wood.
Don't say any more. You don't want to jinx yourself.
No, I'm here for the long haul, so it better not break now.
Yeah, I'm hoping the same for my internet anyway. But mine's holding up strong as well, so touch wood.
Yes.
20 seconds.
Which is...
What?
Yeah, that's he's about a second to a second and a half a lap, Louis.
Has he got
Just a
past his
bit.
lap? Yeah, he has.
Of course he has.
1:17.9.
He'll force the cards on and set a fastest lap on them. He's just so quick. I don't get it.
Imagine what
I need
it's
to
like
ask him how he does. He's on a pad and he's doing this. Like, I'm on a pad and I'm a solid second and a half a lap off him. It's mad.
Like, I don't know who is on the pad actually out of all these drivers. I think Lion, actually no, Lion's on the wheel, I'm almost certain. Most people I think are on the wheel apart from Louis, so everyone is, Louis is showing off everyone. That was a bit of a lock up from Louis, but I'm guessing he could do that because he gets away with it, and he's already gained a few temps even after doing that, so that's Louis for you. Anyway, Alonso, somehow he's finding time online, not even after that mistake, as he's going to try and find some element to get back into this podium fight, that's for sure. He's going to hope Speedster and Verstappen have a mistake. They're having a battle for 8th, 7th place, I believe now, but I don't think they're going to get the move done until obviously the next lap, which is lap 25, I believe, will be the next lap. So
it's lost so much time there, Verstappen. A bit of time lost. He's outside the 4 tenths he needs.
Yeah, I think so as well, by the looks of things. So
We'll see though.
We'll see. There's still almost 12 laps. Well, 12 laps to go now. So
nah,
yeah,
not there.
And they still got to make one more stop. So they could gain on the final pit stops. But here's Verstappen now. He's not going to get the move done yet. I think he's a bit too further back. So yeah, he is dropping a little bit.
Oh,
Alonso
penalty. Yeah, not good for him. That is very bad news. That is very, very bad news. Because no one else in that fight, I don't think, has a penalty. And he, well, will be on fast tyres at the end. He will need to somehow, he won't beat Lion now, I don't think. But we'll see. I mean, he's already behind him, it's not a good start. But now, he has to pass him and make 3 seconds. And that just is not possible around here sometimes. In fights where you've got such similar pace. nothing you can do to pull away, but nothing you can do to catch up at the same time. That's why we always come here thinking, they're not going to pass anyone, it's not going to happen, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's sad, but you never know, we could gain him pretty soon as well. I'm going to check the stop situation, and Speedster, Verstappen, Flip-Flop Fish, whatever, Spaghetti Chips and Danestar, they've made their stop, as well as Gamer, Mark, Ohm, Morn, Praga, who had to pit for damage, Shumi and RC7. Quite a few had to pit for damage, to be fair. So we're going to concentrate on one of those tyres. Will make it to the end. For some of them, it will. For some of them, it's going to be a bit of a struggle and a bit of a... Actually, no. I think they could make it to the end. I know it lasts, I think mediums could last about 23 laps at best, I think. I'm not sure, but
it's
yeah.
Somewhere around that, yeah. We've got a fight here. We've got CRG Gamer on the inside of Damon into turn 1. Damon's going to go for the exit, but he's not got the DRS, of course, and he's going to be behind. So that was a good overtake there from CRG Gamer. Clinical up to P12.
Yeah, that is good for him, of course, and he's in the meme team who hasn't done, I think the only one who most people have done is Blizzard, who's won a race. Onyx got close to winning a race at one point in, I believe, Canada, and he didn't, but yeah, no one else has come close to winning a race so far, but hopefully we got yellow flag.
Oh no, he's on the wall. He's went off at turn 4. And he's smashed that front wing to pieces on the left hand side. That'll be orange damage by the looks of it. And so that'll be straight into the pits. And he's on hards as well, so
that's not good.
Yeah, not a good tyre evidently, as he smashes into the wall, and that would explain why he's only one on them.
Yeah, and a two-stop, you would only go on the hards if you get damage, because I tried the hards on this game, even in a one-stop, and it's just not doable. It's just not doable at all. You know,
they're not nice.
No, I would say they're nice around Britain, but definitely not around Hungary. So if you're a two-stop around here, avoid the hards of all cost.
I think a two-stop in leagues is specifically designed to get you off the hard, really. So I don't really know why you're on them in the first place, but well,
only if you have damage. Only if you have damage and you don't want to pit.
Even if. You're just going to be painfully slow. At League Race earlier, I was on the hards and it's just painful. I regret it instantly.
Oh, as Owen goes into the pit on the softs.
Yeah, that's not going to last, I don't think. I mean, maybe they will, but they might not be very healthy. I mean, we saw them pitting on lap 2, didn't we, for getting rid of their softs earlier, so it doesn't look good. Could it be Mark?
Renault or McLaren?
Mark is off, yeah.
That's not good.
He's hit the wall as well. He's hit the right-hand side this time, rather than the left-hand side. And what's going to be another car for Louis to lap?
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. He's just cutting all the corners. Maybe that's how he's doing it. Maybe he's just spent this whole time carefully studying how to corner cut every single racetrack. And that's how he's so quick. Look at that. He's gone wide there. He hasn't got a penalty yet or anything, has he? He must have absolutely just... That is his secret. There you go.
I know.
How does Louis win? He cheats.
I know there's a trick around Hungary to exploit the track limits a little bit. A few people have said that to me, but I haven't exploited that in that way. So I think that's maybe what Louis doing. He might be finding ways to exploit the track limits a little bit. We're not getting punished, but it seems to be doing the job correctly, though.
Yeah, 25 seconds clear only. Still not quite at the 30 seconds yet. He's still got a pit stop to make. Well, say that actually, probably his main rival will also pit with him, so he probably will still make the gap actually. Yeah,
I think he will. It depends on when Louis pits, to be honest.
Speaking of all these fights that are meant to be happening near the end, Verstappen, Flip-Flop Fish, they've fallen very much away from Speedster, but Speedster's now catching up to Gilzo. That might possibly help close this all back up again. I really hope it does, but yeah, because it is starting to get a bit detached, and that's because Verstappen's just got so much less ERS in Speedster, who is now using it, which is interesting. Maybe just trying to make sure that Verstappen can't get back in that DRS, and at the same time get himself into the DRS of the car ahead so he can gain even more. And he is now surely within that 1 second Speedster, or will be soon. It certainly will be by the end of this lap, and will be getting by Gilzo soon, you'd hope, but probably not soon.
Well, it's going to be close. He's got a few laps to do it, and he doesn't have to pit again. So
yeah, but yeah, he knows Gills will pit, possibly even this lap, just on knowing there's a car behind him. Maybe doesn't want to lose too much time, might just put himself in the pits. It seems people are clearly confident enough to go into the sauce at this stage, so why not just, you know, pull a little undercut. Won't be massively useful to him, but we'll get him out of the firing line certainly, because that's where he is. Alonso with the undercut on Lion. Good for him, that. We'll see where he ends up. Of course, he will be in a direct fight with the Racing Point and the two Red Bulls. Harms is in the pits as well. Will Gilzo follow? Indeed he will. Doing the smart thing, in my opinion. Getting himself out of the way. And, yeah, where is Alonso going to come out then? Yeah, there's the Force India? The Racing Point going past him. I always wanted to say, I'll never say Racing Point, or never say Force India, but I've now said Force India, so might as well dig my commentary grave. But, yeah, Alonso only ahead of Flip Flop Fish. Verstappen and Speedster are ahead. You've no idea how happy I am about that, because they're not going to have to catch and fight.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that'll be great if he gets past him. That'll be showing nothing of it. We've got a yellow flag once again. That's just people moving out of the way, almost certain. I guess it's Louis be lapping someone else again, almost certainly. Yeah, he is.
It's Lion actually doing the lapping this time. It's Lion. Yeah, he's getting in with it too. Fair enough. Well, he'll probably be in the pits though.
Lion's got to pit. He's got to, and he's not.
Well, okay, maybe he's not too confident about the tyres either. Maybe he just thinks, nah, Alonso will get held up, and then his tyres will go. A few factors which could just decide his decisions, as his teammate decides to pit actually, Greedy LFC. And so that leaves only two drivers left, I believe, who haven't done their second stops yet, and they are the top two in the race, Louis and Lion. Wouldn't that be funny if Louis forgets to? After all the dominance.
Yeah, that'll be 0 points if he forgets.
Yes, now look at this. Alonso is actually bump drafting his way past Verstappen. He's that quick on the corner exits with those fresh soft compound tyres. He's up into 4th place, soon to become a net 3rd. Although he has got the penalties, remember?
Yes, indeed.
So something to think about there. And, well, let's go back up to the top two, because Louis is still out there. 5 laps to go, no pit stop as of yet. He might pit on lap, do you know what he's going to do? He'll pit on lap 33, he'll do a nice qualifying out lap, lap 35, bomb in a new lap record. Forget the fast lap, he'll bomb the lap record. He'll beat my TT time as Lion pits.
There's no fastest lap point, so they won't get a glory point there. But I guess Louis wants to
but
fight
he
though,
will do
he?
it, won't he? He'll do it just for the fun of it, really, more than anything, won't he?
Yeah, and he just wants to show everybody off and show why he's one of the best drivers on this game. Fact.
He can't help himself.
Yeah, that.
Speedster, hold on. What's happened to Speedster? I wasn't watching that, but Speedster's now into P6, and I think he's either been tapped by Alonso, or Alonso's got his front wing, it's smashed to bits on both sides. There's been contact there, and Verstappen's up to P2. Lion will surely take the two of them, and Speedster's down in 6th. How unfortunate is that? I didn't see that.
I did not see that either.
He must have had collision in the final corner. That's so annoying. That's what I'm saying. The grip on those softs is just massive. He could well just steamed into him. He probably didn't mean to do it as Lion goes past Alonso. But that's the situation. Incredible.
Yeah, apparently from what I've heard, Alonso had contact with Speedster. From what it was. But I'm not sure. We won't know because we didn't watch it. The only people that have watched it are the ones that witnessed it. So, oh, come on, Louis. Please make a stop. Please don't be the first person to forget. If he forgets, how we
no way he'll forget. He's won so many races today already. He's going for his glory lap. But look, he's going for glory on the outside of the final corner. Lion is just showing off with that one. He goes up to P2. He'll probably set his own fastest lap in all fairness. But he is absolutely nailing the strategy. He's up to P2, he'll keep P2. And surely Greeny LSC now could be on for a top 5 finish. Here he goes on the outside of Speedster, and he'll probably get Alonso as well, just on the penalty alone. Where can he go? Could he get a podium in these next few moments?
Oh my God, if he can, that'll be insane. There are penalties to the side, obviously, and also post-race penalties. As Speedster had a bit of a lock-up into, I can't remember what turn it is, but yeah, I think he just lost so much time there, and that's going to allow Greeny to possibly get a podium. Oh my goodness, if that happens, that'll be...
Damon's round. Damon's just not having a good day. He's last, and he's spun.
That'll be me on manual ERS, that's for sure.
Now this is incredible, because Greeny LSC really has been, I don't really mean, he's been nowhere, right? He's been nowhere. These guys going on to sauce at the end, this is a master stroke, it really is. This is perfect for them. Louis is still out there, he's not going to be going for a glory lap, is he? Unless he pits on this lap. He has to pit on this lap for a glory lap.
He has to pit by the end of lap 34. He has to pit by the end of lap 34.
Well, lap of 30, end of 34 just to finish, but he'll want a fastest lap with it, won't he? So if he wants that fastest lap, which I think he's going to do, he'll pit this lap. I have an art, he's just playing forgotten, but look at this, we've got Harms going past Lenny in towards turn 1, and we're going to have Gilzo passing his teammate as well. These soft runners are absolutely playing this to perfection. They have absolutely nailed this, but the two Williams have collided, and that's Stainstar and Gilzo both drifting around. That wasn't the plan, as Louis does pit. He will go for his glory lap, but the Williams boys have got their elbows out, and they're hitting each other and drifting around and all sorts, but finally Gilzo gets ahead. Now we've got CRG Gamer on the back as well, and well, can Greeny LSC, that's the last question we're going to ask, will Greeny LSC catch and pass the two Red Bulls? He's got a penalty, no!
Oh no, we jinxed it, Owen, we jinxed it.
That's annoying. But, do you know, he might still get 5th, actually. He's got the gap, and, well, oh no! Speeds is going to hit Lion again, and this is going to put Harms onto all this. He's going to hit, no, he's hit a lump to himself! And I'm making a lot of noise, my parents are going to kill me, I don't care. Harms is absolutely going for this right now, and Alonso's damage is causing chaos, and Louis is, well, what's the gap? It's about 31 seconds. He will win this race by 30 seconds, you know, he could well do it, as the Red Bulls are now very close to each other for the final podium position. And there goes Harms on the inside, he is up into P6, and Speedster up ahead as well, and it's not Lenny overtaking someone, it is Lenny overtaking someone. He's passing his teammate, good stuff there, ignore the damage, we'll still count it. And can he maybe chase after these two and get himself a cheeky P6?
He could do, it is possible for Lenny, just please make an overtake in the penultimate lap or even the final lap, just please, just for us. But I'm sure he's gonna do a bit of glory for the cameras, because he knows that we'll be watching him.
Can I just say, Flip Flop Fish has saved this ERS a lot. He's got 95%, his teammates got 35%. This is going to be quite the last lap, I think, for these two Red Bulls. They're going to be absolutely giving it everything. This race is really coming to life at the end. It's kind of a shame it has to end, really. But we're going to Bahrain next, I believe, and it's gonna, if you think this is good, I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next one as well. I like Bahrain. I hate racing it, but I like commentating it. So we're looking forward to it. I don't know how I'm this hyped.
Right, look at this.
3 a.m.
I can't believe this. We've got the two Red Bulls. How hard are they going to fight this? This is for the last podium position. Flip Flop Fish around the outside of his teammate. Of course, they're not teammates in terms of, you know, team name, but, you know, they're driving the same car. Don't want to crash into another Red Bull, but looks like Flip Flop Fish has done that cleanly. Here goes Lenny. There's contact. They are side by side all the way down towards turn 2. I imagine Speech is just as I had enough of these people hitting him, but I don't think he's going to be able to defend it, and he's going to have to lose out, is he? Oh no, there's contact again, and Lenny's in Narnia. He's going to crash out. He's into the wall, and he's done. But now up ahead, Alonso is not really going to be close to make anything work there. What about the Red Bulls? What about Greeny? He's still there. Louis crosses the line with a fast lap and the win, unsurprisingly. He's going to win that by a good 33 seconds in this race, isn't it? Incredible stuff. But this freeway fight now for third place, is there anywhere for this to get interesting still, or is this one just about over? I think it's just going to be about over now. Lion will come home in second place, so that must be the biggest winning margin of the day.
Yeah, it is. because the first one was Abu Dhabi. That was the biggest before this, and then it's Spain. The biggest margin I've ever commentated on was 40 seconds around Belgium. Not today, but on I think it was the first ever. I think it was the first ever year I've commentated. I think it was about summertime. I think it was. But there we go. Your flip-flop fish. Oh my God, flip-flop fish is in third. Oh my goodness. I am...
Well, we got one. We got two right, actually. Well, we sort of said Flip-Flop Fish is a bit of a joke because I like the name, but we did say his name in our predictions and he's there. So it's all fair. It's all good. It's all good.
So we got 2 out of 3.
Kind of, yeah. We'll count it, even though we are wrong. But still, it's fine. As, well, we got our final finish across the line, and that was a hungry race for the ages, I think you'd agree, Jess. And the internet held out. Hopefully it can do the same for the next race, but it's shockingly working right now.
That was just a good race. That was fantastic. I mean, you know, it had all action start to finish, and Louis dominated, but we had battles right behind him. Louis was nowhere to be seen. I think after lap 1, no one can see him, to be honest. But yeah, there's Brendan on the podium once again. Right, let's look at the standings for race. I think it's race 12, I must say. And yeah, I think you predicted that Louis was going to win by 30 seconds. So you got another prediction right, Owen?
Get in. Good stuff.
Yeah, so Louis wins the race and sets the fastest lap in the process. Lion in second, and we got Flip-Flop Fish in third, Verstappen in fourth, Harms in fifth, Greeny in sixth, Speedster 7th, Alonso. What could it be with that incident? I mean, if he didn't get caught up or if he didn't collide into Speedster, he could have been at third or even second. Gilzo 9th, Dane Star 10th, and then we got Spaghetti Gamer, Morn, Praga, Mark, Shumi, Own, and then your timers are RC7, Damon, and Thomas. Wow.
Fantastic race. Hope everyone enjoyed that. We've still got over 50 people in the stream. Obviously they've been staying up, they've probably got their popcorn. Hope everyone's enjoying it, and did be able to say hello in the chat, by the way, as well.
Yeah, Jaco had to restart the stream because it was lagging a little bit for him, but yeah, it's all sorted out for him. Yeah, I don't know how he's still up, to be honest. Go to sleep, Jaco. Go to sleep.
Yeah, we'll need you for Russia later on. Well, maybe I'll have to pick him up a little bit if he's a bit tired, but we'll wait and see. So
right.
Next up we've got the high speed, high action, high likelihood of massive accidents, Bahrain.
Lovely. And one thing I must say before we go to Bahrain, can you turn your mic down a little bit, please? Because I was about to say...
Well, I'll get 50 quid for it. I mean, sure, okay.
Yeah, because it was a bit loud on the stream, but yeah.
Is that okay now?
We'll see. Chat, can you let us know if it's okay now? As someone says, I'll pay you £50 if you turn down your mic. Well, Callum.
Okay, donate. Okay, he said donate. Well, is it lower? Is it low enough for a donation?
Yeah, maybe. You never know. You never know. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. 50 quid. It's not my money, like, but yes.
So that will be £355. Go on, Callum. Go on, Callum.
Indeed, it will be.
Your
ears are recovering. Are you trying to say I've got a bad voice? Listen, I'm trying to keep you all excited. It's 3 AM in the morning. Let me entertain you. I can't play the song because of copyright.
And he's waking me up as well.
Yeah. Imagine being this active at 3 AM. What does lockdown do to us, man? I don't think I want it to end. Yeah, I'm suddenly enjoying it.
I'm back at work on Monday. I'm working from home.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of that, anyway, let me just switch scenes pretty quickly. I need to actually make sure it's the right scene so I can still hear you. There we go. That's the right scene. And how are you coping with this lockdown situation? Because obviously you were the ones that were affected by the A-levels being cancelled and you in your final year. So, yeah, how's it been for you and your family?
We're fine. I mean, we're doing fine. We've been fine. I don't really know what else to say. We've been fine. I mean, it's kind of sad we had to leave school early. I can't lie. It's actually very sad we had to leave school early because I very much enjoyed it. And I don't think anyone really wanted to go. And now we have to go off predicted grades for results and stuff. I haven't got any big plans next year or anything like that. But it would still be nice to actually do exams. But who knows? Predicted grades. Maybe my teachers like me. But maybe they don't. They probably don't. But yeah, apart from that, lockdown itself, we're fine, we're surviving. It's been pretty chill, actually.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I've had F1 to occupy me. Some might know that I'm constantly trying to get myself up to Platinum 50. I tell you what, if there's people racing every race tonight, they'd be right up to Platinum 50. You get like 35s and XP a pop for one of these races. It's ridiculous.
Quite a few people there already.
I know, there's plenty of people there. I don't understand it. I've had this game since day one. I'm only Platinum level 6. How many league races do you have to do? It's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, you're let me look at your level. Oh my goodness, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Let me tell you, I've had to win 193 races, and I'm still not there yet. It's ridiculous. Do you know how much time that takes? It's just... Actually, I can tell you. It probably tells you your play time.
Yeah, right. I need to invite a few people to the lobby whilst we do that. We're just waiting for a few more drivers as they're switching. What?
86 hours.
Oh my goodness, you're...
86. Oh, that's bad.
How do you check?
You have to go into your stats. You press the options button when you're in the lobby, and it'll take you to your super license, and you can go over to your stats.
Alright, I don't want to check, so I'll show it on stream. So I'll look after the stream if once J. Cole takes over in 3 hours. So yeah, I think Puff Digital's in. I'm just waiting for a few more people. I will get someone else in as well. I think that's Matty who's replacing Thomas for ILRT. Hopefully they'll have a better result this time because they had an absolute shambles this race. I think if you could agree, they didn't even make it past the first lap. So
yeah, it wasn't fun, was it?
No, it wasn't. So yeah, they were second last before China. They got second place, which puts them out of that. They might have been back to second last again. That is not one to see. I need to actually... Yeah, it is Matty the next race, I believe. And I don't know what the next race is after that. I think it's Austria next, or Australia. I'm not entirely sure. But I've got Matty. Yeah, Matty's in. That is good news. I think we've got everybody. I think that's everyone.
Good stuff.
Right? That's everyone, I think. Unless someone wants to change. And the host needs to change it to Bahrain. And then we're all set, really. So if we don't want two Hungary races...
Well, I mean, based on the last one, I wouldn't mind if one, actually. But, yeah, Bahrain's certainly much better. We've got a fantastic run. If you want, I can run you through the rest of the calendar.
Yeah,
I say calendar. No, I know it's meant to be a 24-hour event. I've got a slight suspicion we might end up slightly over, because some of these races might take a bit longer than others. But we've got Bahrain, Austria, Australia, Monaco, USA, Germany, France, Britain, and Russia. I guess I sort of negotiated myself into Russia a bit. So I guess I might be here in the last race. Depends if I wake up on time or not, because you can never really tell. Some races take longer than others. We have a rough time for this to be finished, but obviously we've let ourselves a little bit longer just in case. But yeah, that's our calendar. And yeah, certainly two very exciting races coming up. If I can commentate all of them, I would, but
you need
I wouldn't.
Sleep.
Well, how do I need sleep? I'm alive, you know.
I'm never alive at this time. Usually I'm asleep right now. And Forbes, if you're listening, change it to Bahrain. You're the host, man. Oh,
yes,
God.
please.
We literally. I think we've got it's usually a 9-minute break, I believe. So he might be waiting until then. But yeah. So can someone tag Forbes on the Discord like massively, just so we can get him to change it? Dearie me. At least his internet's good. At least we don't have to restart the lobby unless Forbes doesn't change the track, which we might, you know. So, yeah. And I do believe Bahrain's one of those other tracks where 2 stops is a good option for the fast runners, but it has to be a good option for everyone, I must say, for this race, of course. And we're on 65 viewers that are watching at this time of night. How they watching us screaming at our headsets at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, but thanks for watching.
Well, do you know, they're all complaining. They're all complaining about my voice being too much. Am I too much for you at 3 AM? This is ridiculous.
No, we're not ready. Change to Bahrain. Change to Bahrain, quickly.
Oh, God. I thought my excitement and my enthusiasm would be welcomed at 3 AM, but it turns out no one likes it. I guess the mic's a bit too high. This is my mic. My mic during that race was, honest to God, at its normal volume. I guess no one just likes it at 3 AM in the morning.
Well,
but you know,
I like it.
I am committed. I'm committed, so accept it.
Yeah, well, if I tell Mark to get Forbes to change it, I'll do that now. I don't even know, to be honest. We might have to have a new lobby, for goodness sake.
It's really that hard to get someone to change the track.
Yeah, it's just one setting. It's just one.
It's just one setting, and we can go.
Yeah, because I honestly, the longer it goes on for, the longer I will have no sleep.
Oh dear! I've been told now by Callum, who has no money, that if I'm commentating until 9, then he'll find some money to donate that £50.
Oh,
he's changed the track.
Yay!
Lovely.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Is it possible to arrange me in here till 9? I wouldn't mind it. I think they would.
We've got commentators lined up. We've got Mark. We've got commentators. We've got Luke as well, who is on, I think, after him. And then we've got James. And then we've got you again.
Yeah, you'll have me at, well, for the last race, whenever that ends up being. So, yeah, listen. How is the mic too loud? Maybe this is Jess's problem. Most of the time, maybe I'm not trying to blame you, but
I've got it at the same volume as I normally have it.
Yeah, you see, when I stream normally, I'm the party host, and it's fine. So I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe they're just messing with me. I think they're just messing with me at this point.
It's a Blue Yeti at times, because when I'm in someone else's party with a Blue Yeti, my mic sounds really loud. But if I'm streaming, it's fine. So it's just a Blue
weird.
Yeti. It's a Blue Yeti thing. It's a Blue Yeti thing. Just deal with it, guys. Just deal with it.
Come on. You've got commentary at 3 AM in the morning. Respect, please.
Yeah, and I'm doing this for another 3 hours now. We've got 3 hours to go. Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm available anytime if you need support. Although you've got plenty of commentators coming in anyway. So.
Yeah, and I've got Mark for 2 hours, I believe, next. So
that's good.
God help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Tom now in the chat saying you can only take me for so long. I've been here one race, dude. I've still got 2 more to do.
Yeah, some people said they can't even hear me. Oh my goodness. I've had it the same volume.
Fish wants me racing.
I've had it the same volume as pretty much most of this races so far. Probably because it's the balance of the other commentators, maybe. Right. That's the loudest I could do it. Otherwise, it'll be too loud. I might have to turn myself up a little bit. Let me just give it a second. There we go. Louder. Okay. Right. I'll sort it out whilst Owen does commentates on the hot lap. I'll sort that out whilst I do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the hot laps are quite difficult to look at for some reason on this game. It's near impossible to find someone on a one-shot quality because I'm pretty sure there's a little cutscene. Well, I say cutscene, a little fade between every person you switch between, and so it's almost impossible. Yeah, there is a little flipping. It's so annoying because you can't switch between people quickly, and so it's impossible to tell who's going to be quickest. And so you honestly just have to guess which driver is going to be quickest. Who am I going to guess? It is just a guess. I'm going to guess Lenny. Let's go, Lenny. Go on, Lenny.
I've
decided.
There we go. I'm in.
I've decided that he is now an alien at Bahrain. He could be. He's second, third. He's up there.
Sixth. Oh, you jinxed it now, Aaron.
Sorry, Lenny. Well, he's going back. Oh, it's up and down. This. How are you meant to watch this? This is just. He's 12, 13, 12. Oh my goodness. He's having an all over the show lap. I think we really should have been watching Aaron. He's having a very nice lap out there at the moment. He's been P1 the whole time. I think he's replacing, isn't he? He's replacing Louis.
Yeah, he's replacing
doing
Louis,
a good job. Well, we've got both the Ferraris been replaced. We've got Sergio Gamer out and we've got Louis out, which is good news, but it looks like the Ferrari is still top. So we might not get a 30-second gap, but we'll still get a pretty big gap. But yeah, it is still Aaron, purple in the middle sector. And looking like he's going to go pole unless he has a disaster in the final corner, which we don't see him having. He comes up to the line, and unless Fritful's had a fantastic exit, it will be Aaron on pole. And yeah, he's done it by 0.2 of a second. It was pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only one out of himself and Louis to win a, well, out of the others in Bois to win a race. So, you know, I think they've done the right thing again, choosing Aaron, I must say. I think Louis is probably going to get some well-deserved rest at the moment. Let me know if my mic's okay, guys.
And mine.
Yeah, and yours. So, let's go through the order, because Alan Collingwood in first. Fruitful is back for NXX. I've seen him in the first race, actually. June, a familiar face for TUF in third. And we got Matty fourth. Greeley back there in fifth. Speedster sixth. Forbes seventh. And we got Owen in 8th place. Brilliant stuff. Then we got Dane Starr, then Verstappen. And then we got Glock, Praga, Dylan, Puff, Lenny. And I didn't catch the others.
We'll see the rest on the grid, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll see anyway. The top 10 will be on the softs anyway. I think the softs, I think, are the best tire to start on anyway. It's, even though it's going to be hot to begin with, I've raced in Bahrain quite a few times, and the softs, they've got so much grip when you go onto them, but when you start your first stint on them, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, once you get a few laps into it, it's okay. But the big thing about the strategy, I guess, of this race is if they want to use them twice rather than once. Because I think I had this argument with Austin so many times during one hub, where we couldn't decide whether it was going to be soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, soft. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these guys decide to do. But it'll probably be soft, medium, medium for a few of them, I'd imagine. I imagine it.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see. Hard to predict, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of predictions, who's going to be your top 3?
Right, well, I was pretty good last time with picking the winner, so that'll probably the one I get wrong this time, but I've still got faith in Aaron, with taking that fry up there. He was seeming pretty comfortable in qualifying, and yeah, we'll see if he can hold that throughout the race. Second place, I'd say Speedster. I think he was unlucky last time, if I'm honest with you. If he can get the strategy right this time, I think he's actually got the pace. And third place, let's be where I put my wild card in, I guess. Do you know what? I'll stick Greeny in. Base again. This is all based, I guess, of last race to a certain extent. He was unlucky, actually, not to be right up there in the end. One more lap, he could have been up there. So I'm going to say Aaron from Speedster, then Greeny, LFC.
Okay, I'm going to get my predictions in because I didn't get a chance to last time. I'm going to say Aaron for the win as well. I'm going to say Julian P. set 2 because the last time he did a night race around this type of track was in Abu Dhabi. He came second, so I'm going to put him there. And I'm going to put Fruitful P3. That's going to be my prediction based on what happened in Abu Dhabi last time. But the only difference was Louis was there and not Aaron. So, yes. So, that is interesting. We've got Glock, Praga, Dylan and Mark on the mediums. Everyone else on the soft compounded tyres. So, not as a mixed strategy as I was thought it was going to be, but there we go. Yeah,
that sort of gives you maybe an idea of what they might be thinking in their strategy. What they could be thinking is that, okay, I'm only going to use the softs once and so I'll use them at the end. Or, and it's probably less likely option if I'm honest, they'll start on mediums, do half the race in those and then 2 soft stints at the end, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's all sort of predictions right now.
I haven't done a start in ages.
Impossible to make predictions.
I haven't done a start in ages actually, because Austin did the one before, and you did the one afterwards. So I'll be quiet then. I haven't. I think I haven't done it since. Actually, no, I didn't do Baku because I let James do Baku as well.
You've got this one.
Yeah, I've got this one. Yeah. Right, sorry about that. Anyway, all 20 cars lining up on the grid for Bahrain then. It's probably going to be one of the closest races of the 24 hours. I can call it right now, but let's see. That's probably going to be wrong, but who knows? This is the 13th race of the 24 hours of F1 2019. We've got Aaron on pole, Fruitful in P2. It's going to be a long hold to the line by the looks of things. We got the lights coming on your screens right now. It's 5 red lights and we are underway, and it's a good start from Aaron Collingwood in P1, and it's also a very good start from the Mercedes behind as well. Fruitful trying to get a good start. Look at Greeny coming into this as well. He's got a good start in the Alpha. He's up into P3, and Matty in there is getting a bit of glory as well, trying to get around the inside. Doesn't quite work. Is everyone made it through clearly through turn 1? Looks like it so far. I think everyone's been getting clean starts by the looks of things so far. Forbes is going to try and get around the outside of Speedster. That was a clean move into turn 4 without DRS. Brilliant work from the racing point up into P6. Julian has dropped down to P5. That is not the start he wants. And Dane Star's going to try and have a look round the outside. Oh, Forbes has gone off almost. And he's down into P8. But Aaron, I think, is almost running away with it so far. But some good overtakes from these drivers so far.
Yeah, they're trying to get a bit more aggressive now. There were so many people in that fight into T10, and what that's done is that it's lost in so much time already. And there's guys in there with front wing damage. I can see Forbes has damage. He'll have to pit with that potentially, and this is gonna already split this grid into two: the top 6 and the rest at the moment. And yeah, it's 2 seconds between Danestar and Speedster, but well, I've got 2 out of 3 in position, and Greeny. A fantastic start that was from Greeny. I'm impressed by that. And Aaron already clear by a second, so when DRS gets enabled on lap 3, he should be home and dry already. But look at this. Who's going to pit and who's going to go for moves? Because they're so close. Massive trains, and that is how you're going to see quite a lot today. Again, the magic 4/10, that rule I've made for myself will be in force, I guess, today, as Lenny goes up the inside, makes a bit of contact with Glock. More moves happening behind. We've got a Haas there off Praga and a Mercedes onto the gravel track. There's a not a Mercedes, there's a racing point of Dylan off the track. I think that was contact with at least possibly a Red Bull. I think there's damage on there for Verstappen, so that's not gone too well there. No. That's the first sort of proper incident of today, of this race, I should say. But yeah, plenty of fights, and the 4/10 rule that I keep talking about, expect that one to be quite important today.
Yeah, well, I think so as well, especially when the DRS comes in. And I think Bahrain is usually the ones where it's usually a battle from lights to flag, and usually it's a DRS train from like all the way from P4 all the way down into P10, so we could see that happening. Doesn't look like it's going to be happening at the moment though, so you never know, it can change. But you know, these guys, some of these guys will want to be in the DRS of their opponent pretty quickly indeed if they want to get some more points. And somehow, there's been 3 people in the pits already. They've either had issues or want to get their first stop out of the way. That's Forbes, Juice, and Puff. So, I'm not sure if they got damage or not, so I will have to double check about that. As Greeny sets the fastest lap so far, obviously. As Greeny's going to try and get the slipstream into turn 1. No, he doesn't. This is where DRS is going to be enabled then for the start of this lap then, and it's going to be through turn 4. Let's see how Greeny does then. Nope, he has dropped it down into 0, so he's not going to get the move done. Let's see if anyone else is closer in DRS. Maybe Dynastics and Owens, maybe. Owens going to try and get the outside. No, he's not.
I think Dynastics had just passed him actually. On the way down to turn 1. Wasn't DRS, they were just super close on the main straight, and you got Shumi there on Barton as well. And yeah, Verstappen returned to the pit lane there, and that's 4 people who've been in the pits now. Dylan decided not to pit despite that spin, so I guess he got away without any damage. But yeah, Aaron is still clear on that DRS, and that means Fruitful is going to have quite busy mirrors in the next few laps. He's got Greeny, he's got Matty, he's got Julian, and he's got Speedster, all in striking distance really.
Yeah, I mean, all of them I think are pretty close in the top 5 apart from Aaron, but you never know, Aaron could make a mistake, which we don't want to happen. We want to see this fight to the end, even if he just like a little bit attempts maybe. I don't know, we'll see, anything can happen. Oh, someone's in the pits.
That's
that is Fruitful.
Yeah. That's medium, I guess, to the end.
Yep, that's it. That's the one.
And that'll promote Greeny up to P2, and now he'll be the one who's got to drive around now with no DRS to help him along. And we've got a bit of side-by-side in the back there. Looks like Glock is on Lenny, and that should be a good move around the outside into turn 4. Just about enough room for the Red Bull driver to get by on those mediums. It has to be said, he's the highest one on those, but he's not going to quite get it done. He's been shoved off a little wide and will have to wait a bit longer.
Yep, I think so as well. We'll have to find out, as Glock is doing well to hold up to it. This train could go on for quite a long time actually towards the end, towards the first stint of this race when they pits. We'll have to wait and see. Turn I always find turn 10 and 11 really tricky on the braking because you have to brake, pretty much almost brake and turn at the same time. But if they have no ABS, then that is very, very tricky to say the least. I don't know how these guys manage it, but these seem to manage it a lot. I think the closest battle we could see on track for potential overtake is Dynastics on Praga, who is 2 tenths behind as well. And then we've got Matty on Greeny potentially. Oh, we got our first penalty. That's Dane start. 3 seconds.
Yeah, just remember for these moves that you pretty much have to be about 4 tenths behind going into the new lap or the DRS zone to actually have a chance. Like I say, it's what I always keep saying, the golden 4 tenths, and quite a few are within that now, especially Dynastics. We've got a lot more pitters as well, as you see on the screen, and we'll see if anyone decides to go for any moves into turn 1. Of course, when you go people ahead with DRS, it makes it even more difficult, even if you are within 4 tenths, as you saw again there with Dynastics, not able to get by. And yeah, that's why you get so many trains around this track in particular. It's just so difficult. You'd think you'd be able to get past, but you just can't, no matter what you do. In some scenarios, Fruitful undercut, didn't quite get into DRS range. I think he'll fall outside before he gets to turn 10, but we'll see. We'll see. He's obviously got the warmer tyres. He might just hang on, and that could put him into the fight for the lead. It could put the whole train into the fight for the lead, in effect, when all the pit stops are done for everyone in that train. I think we've still got Julian, who is in that train, yet to pit. So we'll see where he ends up. But yeah, we've got a bit of fighting behind as well, but for the lower positions, just getting ahead of Barson. Or Jost. Juiced? Don't know how to say his name.
I think it's Juiced, I think, because that's how I said it before, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's a difficult one, that one.
Yeah,
but,
it's a difficult one. I don't think I'll get I'll get some people's name wrong, so if I do apologise. I think I got some people's names wrong, but you know, we'll see. As Julian's in the pits then, he's going to be the last of the people that were on that battle to pit then. So Alan Collingwood's going to be the first to see if Julian could possibly get ahead of these guys. Julian goes on. Let's see what size he goes on to the mediums. I have a feeling Alan Collingwood's going to go comfortably ahead, I think, because the pit lane exit is so long. So, yeah, he does.
Do you want to notice Matty is on softs?
What?
From that pit stop. He's put softs on. That's
risky.
Interesting. I don't think that's going to work, but we'll wait and see. It's never really ready to tell now. We'll maybe find out in 15-20 laps whether it's going to work, but that says to me that if he's going to try mediums, they'll be very dead at the end, or if he tries hard, they're going to be hopelessly slow.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess he started on the soft, didn't he? So is he trying to do soft, medium? Oh,
yeah, but if you're going to do that, you need to be doing like 6 or 7 at least laps on each set. You know, he's not doing enough at the moment.
And he might be on, it depends on how much, what option he went up for qualifying. If he went for the balanced option, I don't know if he has enough softs, because he might be on warm one in quali. But I don't know. It's tough.
Oh, Dylan's had a bad run there. He's behind Aaron. Didn't want to get in his way, I guess. The race leader, of course. Well, net race leader. But interestingly, yeah, that is a different strategy. Of course, you can sometimes see people doing one-stops in races that would have you on softs, but you'd always end up on the hards at the end of that. So, has there been a collision there?
Yeah,
they hit?
that was Dylan and Shumi there, I think.
Yeah. Clearly some varying speeds there in pit lane entry.
Yeah, that was close into being an instant. Dylan on the softs he wasn't on the softs, the game just glitched on me, he's on the mediums. Okay, Shumi on the mediums as well. That was a long pit stop, he had damage there. I think Shumi, he's got no damage, that's why he's ahead. And yeah, that's it on that front. I think who has yet to make a stop out of all the runners? Top three, well, the top three on track. That's Glock, Praga and Mark.
Yep, they'll be going for quite a while as well, since they are on the medium compound tire. And so the main fight really to look at is going to be to fight for what is currently net second place. So it's obviously 5th on track at the moment. Aaron has pulled away. He is clear of DRS threat. And surely the one to watch, the one who has to be on the move, is going to be Matty. He has to be moving.
Yeah. I think he does. He's got to get the move done sooner or later, because we know how Greeny is good on this circuit. We've seen his good enough starts into turn 1. I think it was a godlike start, I could tell you the truth. So he's not going to let Matty have P6.
Oh, he spins! Oh, he doesn't quite.
Greeny.
He saves it. He saves it just.
Oh my goodness. How on earth did he save that? Jeez.
I was sure that was going on the wall.
That's
probably
car
one or two
control.
neighbours up.
That is car control for you. If I was them, I would have spun into a wall. So yeah, Greeny, well done for not spinning it, not for damaging your car. So yeah. As meanwhile, Forbes I think has got past Owen by the looks of things. Yes, he does. And I think Owen's going to get DRS on this back straight, which he's going to try at least. But how on earth he's going to do it with 0% ERS is beyond me. But he's not going to go for it. He's going to try and save it until possibly turn 10 and 11 by the looks of things. So, yeah, and also we've got Glock and Praga fighting as well. Obviously, they're still yet to pit. And they're just got wanting brownie points because they want to lead on track by the looks of things. But there's also Mark as well, 7 tenths down on the others. And for the net lead, gap between Aaron and Fruitful, 1.9. Gap between Fruitful and Matty, 3 tenths. You know the 4th temporal is coming to fruition, and I'm sure Matty's going to try and close in onto Matty's going to close onto Fruitful.
Yeah, he's got to pass him down to turn 1 and then drive for his life, because he's going to need to have some sort of gap when he pits. I just don't see the strategy working right now, but he'll get by on the main straight and we'll see what he does afterwards. But I don't know, I'm racking my brain. I can't figure out what his idea is. Maybe we'll find out. Oh, Greeny! That might be a position lost. He was way too late on the brakes. Luckily had an okay exit, but that was nearly into the back of Fruitful. He's having a messy few laps here, the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, it looked like it, didn't it? From what I could see as well. I mean, it started. Oh, Aaron's left the session.
Oh, wow! That's a net race leader. No more, and our prediction for the win is out of it. Matty straight into what is now the net lead, of course, pending his strategy, which could put Fruitful in a very nice position indeed. Depending on what Greeny does, if he. You know, I think he's quicker than Fruitful, but if he doesn't crash or anything, then he might actually have a chance. But at the minute, he's been too crash, spin prone. He's like sort of on the edge of having a massive accident. So you just got to keep it on the road now. They've been presented with an open goal. Will they take it?
I don't know. It is going to be close, I think, towards this next few straights. I think there's a bit of a lock up from Fruitful, so that could be Greeny's chance to get back of him, as it were. Meanwhile, I do believe Praga's got past Glock for a net.
Yeah, they're fighting quite hard.
Yeah, they are.
They could be up there at the end as well, you know, when they're on faster tires, so they don't need an accident right now. There's been a big off, by the way. Wow, Shumi and Dylan are off at turn 12, and they have gone way off. And they've hit each other multiple times. No one's coming by, luckily, to get in their way, but they've had the right old adventure there. And Glock, well, is still ahead of Praga, but fighting like that is not a good idea when their races are all about keeping clean and fighting at the end with tires. It's basically a Hungary. We saw what happened there. The guys on sauce at the end there were flying along. And that's what they're aiming to do here.
Yeah. So Dylan goes in the pits and then Shumi goes in the pits, but it's not really a surprise, to be honest. But at least he gets one of their stops out of the way, but probably a little bit too early than we thought. And we know tyre deck is not the best towards the end of the race, so they're going to find it a lot more difficult. But Dylan's done it in China, so he could do it here today in Bahrain, as luckily Bahrain's the only track where there's guarantee for no rain, so I'm guessing that's one advantage for Dylan anyway. He doesn't have to worry about rain at the end of the race, but he did quite well in that, to be fair, so fair play on him. As Glock is in the pits for his first stop, I believe. for another set of the mediums by looks of things, unless it's softs. Let me just get the stops, the chain. Nope, mediums actually. Yeah, mediums. Oh, so he's doing medium softs by looks of things.
Yeah, that would be, I guess, smart for the end. I mean, you'll have life the whole stint here as fruitful as a big slide there. He'll survive it, but yeah, that'll mean Glock will go for what, 10 laps on these, stick softs on, absolutely go for it. How far is he behind all of these guys though? It's a good sort of 7-8 seconds.
Yeah.
So he's also going to pass another train on the way, so it might be quite difficult for him, but yeah, we'll see it at the end really. That'll be when we see it all come to fruition, if it does of course come to fruition. It could be a total disaster.
We'll see anyway, we'll see what happens. It's not over until the checkered flag falls, but let's look at that train from P3 all the way down to 6th. I mean, this is the train we've been talking about pretty much most of this race, and
yeah,
you know, this could be the start of many things to come. ILRT is in the podium again, potentially, because Aaron is obviously disconnected. Oh my god, that could be, no, actually, is he in the net lead?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm not entirely sure.
He is in the net lead, but he's on the softs. That's the problem. He will lead this race if he doesn't get overtaken by Fruitful. He's within that 4/10 I keep talking about. Will he decide to take the overtake? He's certainly closing in, but he knows the soft tyres will start going off. Will he just wait it out? He doesn't want to wait too long because he's got the guy behind. And when those softs do go off, they'll all know about it. Trust me, they will.
Yeah,
but they're just going to be careful with this.
And once they
and you've got
goes out. Sorry.
Another train behind there, Glock in P9 and that, and he's just going to close up, and then there'll be 3 cars ahead, and then he'll be in clear air if he can catch up to it all and pass it all. A few laps advantage on the tyres, just you got to keep your eye on him as well. Praga hasn't fared as well as Glock. He's got a car between himself and Glock, and that means he's not quite as close as he was when they were fighting on track earlier. But yeah, just keep an eye on those guys as well. But yeah, these guys are now going to catch Mark, unless he pits, of course. But Matty might, yeah, he will get some DRS on the end of this lap, so that'll help him out nicely. Especially if the tyres are going to start going off soon, which they will. Yeah, that might just be a bit of a lifeline. I'm just saying that, he's just falling outside the 1 second. You've got to get in there first. He's not. He's actually not. That tells you all you need to know, I guess, about the tyres. He's going in and out right now. It's quite interesting. Ooh. I'm not sure he was in. I'm not sure he was in. It was going in and out, as I said. He wasn't in. He's got no DRS. Here comes Fruitful. Under the 4/10, under the 3/10, under the 2/10, under 1/10, and ahead. And just as easy as that, up into the net, leading the race. Oh, he's been hit!
Oh,
I think
no.
Greeny might have hit Matty. I wonder if Greeny hit Matty there. He certainly seemed to have a big jolt at the back. Greeny has got ahead. There's also been a front wing sitting in there at turn 1. I'm trying to figure out. It has come off Greeny. And now you've got Julian on the inside. Not able to get through, but Greeny has hit Matty. And you've got a fight, a big scrap going on behind all this as well. With Speedster, Lenny, and Danestar. Danestar losing out there. And Glock all over this. This is helping him, that collision with Greeny, certainly. But Lenny now at the front of that queue. We missed all that. But yeah, Greeny has just hit the back of Matty and got damage. Not a good look.
No, it's not. That is a shame. Yellow flag.
Yellow
that is a
flags.
Haas. That is a Haas. So that might be Praga.
Shumi, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Shumi.
Shumi, yeah. He's always
Dylan is taking all sorts of weird lines.
Yeah.
I'm just watching. People are taking very creative lines right now.
Oh,
I was watching Dylan for the final corner.
He's got a penalty.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Now look at this. Mark is pitting. Fruitful's taking all the sits Jimmy wants though. And will we see any moves on this straight, or will we see Matty in as well? We do see Matty in as well. Actually, do you know what? He might take mediums to the end from there. That's actually alright. That might work out for him. We'll see what he's like at the end. New mediums go on the cart. And, well, look at that. Lenny's 4th place. I don't think he was expecting that earlier on.
No. On A-Lap on memes as well. I mean, you said he's good at Bahrain, and he hasn't disappointed yet, touch wood.
Yeah. Where did he start? He started like 14th, didn't he?
Oh, no.
Sorry, 15th.
He almost had enough there by looks of things, but he just saved it there.
Oh, Glock. That's a lot of content. They've hit each other 3 or 4 times there, and Dainstar's done very well to not have an accident, because he was all over. He was fighting the car. But he has got away with it. And he's lost the position, but he has got away with his car still fully intact. Down to P7. And nice Praga and Dynastics. That is a nice sweet train as well, from 4th all the way down to P9.
Yeah, that's a nice train. We usually get trains like that in Bahrain, and this race hasn't disappointed us with that one. So yeah, we've seen many battles with Dynastic this race so far. He's doing quite well where he is at the moment. He's keeping his nose clean and avoiding all the trouble as Glock gets another penalty, so he'll be added to the end of this race there with his sad as Julian then. I think he's going to get past Greeny by looks of things even before the start of turn 1. So that just goes to show Julian's pace is so much quicker, and that instant that Greeny had earlier has probably bited him, and Lenny has lost P5. Speed's just got past him at the same time, and we've got Glock as well on Glock on that's getting a move on Dainstar by looks of things. Yes, it was. So that's Dainstar down a place, and that's Glock up a place as well. So is Lenny going to get the move? He's not. Will Dainstar do the same? No, he's not either. But Lenny's catching though. It is far from over from Lenny. The full tempo is still there.
Yes, and well, Glock's now put himself into DRS, and that will just make this train even more interesting. And that'll certainly be something that'll develop again through pit stops, etc. Of course, there's a few people here who are on fresher tyres, mainly Glock and Praga, but they all still have to make one stop. I don't think anyone in the main fight has made their second stop yet. In fact, only Matty has. And you know what? He is making an undercut, I guess. He is in relatively clean-ish air. We'll see what he does when he catches people, but I guess you do have to look at Matty. If he's going to do an undercut, will it work? Because I guess he's on overtake there. He's giving it a lot on the straight, so he's pushing enough to possibly make it work. We'll see if any of the top 3 have decided to pit yet. Grady has, and that might be a front wing change as well. We'll see. And we've also got, I think, Speedster pitting. Yes, he is in the pits. Forbes 2, but let's see, Greeny, is there a front wing being changed?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a 5-second stock go as well.
Yeah, so not ideal for him. Speedster is ahead, and Matty is a long way clear, of course. But yeah, well, Speedster and Greeny, I said they would finish 2-3, I think. Maybe not looking too likely for that, but they are in the right position on track. If stuff happens ahead, you never know. Could get 2 predictions right. I think Aaron's dead in the water, but
oh well.
We got 2 right last time-ish.
We pretty much got it wrong this time and right last time, you know. Sorry, Aaron, I think we butchered your predictions there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. But it's early morning, just, you know, we're probably going to get predictions wrong for all we know. So, yeah, we'll have to wait what the others think of their predictions for the other races as well. Because we've got Austria, I believe, is next. And then as Greeny has had a bit of a slide in turn 10 and 11. And he's going to...
Oh dear.
That is lost him about a few tenths, actually. He's outside of that 4-tenth window now.
Right, we've got Fruitful in the pits, but Julian's staying out once again. Where is Matty going to be in compared to him? Because, well, this could be for the net race leads, and a strategy that I didn't think was going to work. It seemed a bit dodgy. Could work. He's going to get DRS as well, just to help him along on this straight. Will Matty come out ahead of Fruitful? Fruitful's at the pit lane exit now. You'll see him on the right hand side of your screen if you're riding on board. It is. I'm riding on board. And Matty, well, do you know what? He is going to just about get on the exit. And Matty finds himself back in the net race lead, I think. But he's had a bit of a poor run now. Got it all a bit crossed up. Didn't have the best line. Fruitful's back ahead.
Yep, he is. And is he going to stay ahead by turn 5 and 6? Yes, he is as well. So, brilliant stuff from Fruitful there. I think Matty had no room for error, and unfortunately he made a lot of errors there. So, oh my goodness, he is going to try for another move once again. He's getting close though. We'll see if Matty is going to have more corner speed going through turn 10 and 11. He's not going to mess up the braking points this time. And I think it's just too much to get past him right now. Yeah, it is. I think you can't really you can't really overtake around that.
He's gonna get DRS, isn't he, Fruitful? Though that's the thing that's gonna annoy Matty a lot. Cause yeah, he's gonna get DRS off the Renault of Mark. And well, speaking of Renaults, his team is in the pits. Will that little bit of squabbling have possibly tipped this in Julian's favour? Let's wait and see. Glock, of course, back in lead. Praga back into second, but again, they'll be on sauce at the end. And let's see where Julian comes out. That would be something if we managed to jump them both. I'd be surprised. Yeah, he hasn't jumped any of them. But he's going to be right in this. His teammate is certainly doing a very good job for him, holding this all up. So he will be right in the thick of it in a moment. But Fruitful, he will actually get by Mark into turn 4. Unless Mark can find a nice exit line, he won't. Matty, well, that's going to annoy him now. He's got a car between himself and his rival in the McLaren. He's used up quite a lot of the ERS as well. Maybe struggling a bit now to keep up. And he's going to have to try and get by the Renault of Mark while keeping the Renault of Julian behind.
So we've got pretty much 11 laps to go of this Bahrain Grand Prix. It's gone absolutely crazy right now, and we've still got, if I do my calculations right, we've got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 8 races to go of this 24-hour. This has gone quite quick, I must say. I thought it was going to go a lot slower than this, maybe due to the fact it started at 1, not at 7. So, yeah, thanks to whoever thought the idea was to start at 1, because that's a much better idea. So Matty then he's going to find it so hard to get past Mark. I mean, Mark's on the softs, whereas Matty's on the mediums. I'm sure Julian's going to get past him. Oh, this could be bad.
This is going to be 3 wide.
Oh,
Here we go. I think Matty should come out on top, but I'm not sure if he can cover off Julian enough. It'll all be down to the lines they take through turn 1 and turn 2. And Matty, well, he yields. He'll have no DRS. Neither of them will have DRS, and well, that just hasn't worked out for Matty at all, has it? He seemed quite tame there.
Yeah, it didn't work for Matty in the slightest. He thought he was going to get the move done, and he almost lost more positions in the process, which is a bit of a shame there as well. Mark's now down in 6th place for now. Maybe the softs are starting to degrade for him at the moment. Let me look on pit stops just so people know. Everyone's made their 2 stops except Mark and Praga and Glock. And that's it, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Everyone else has made their 2 stops. So, yeah, we're almost certain they're going to do it anyway, so we're not going to worry about it. I'm not going to panic or anything. Saying that, if I don't panic, they probably will forget, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, I think it's going to be, for the first time in the world, a literal battle for the win here.
Yeah, it'll all come together at the end, won't it? Because you could have Glock and Praga in there too, but certainly we've got 3 at least in there. Can I just say we have a donation? I don't know who did it, but it's £20, so we got up to 325 in total. So thank you very much to whoever that was. I would check, but the page will probably crash on me because of my internet. But
I'll do it.
Yeah, thanks for that. As Mark goes back past Matty, and that is just going to have his blood boiling in Mercedes, because, well, Mark has to pit again, doesn't he? So it's just to annoy him more than anything. And Matty, well, just hasn't quite got the pace on these mediums anyway, by the looks of it. But yeah, just he's losing nice people on the sauce now, and he's not really in this fight anymore by the looks of it, if I'm honest.
No, I mean, I think he's given up hope, but at least he's still going to get some decent points for the team, despite their DNF last time about. But They've only had one podium, I believe. The rest were like lower down the field anyway. So top 10, they're going to be happy with that.
Yeah, they'll be happy enough, I guess. Good race, and they'll be happy to have some points out of it. Hopefully they can build on that now and maybe be more consistent with it.
I think Dexter's racing in Austria next.
Oh, can I not say for that? I like Dexter.
Speaking of that, I have done a bit of calculations and I kind of messed up the stints there. I thought Mark was meant to do it next, but actually Mark's racing in Austria. So if you don't mind.
All right, I am so. Yay.
that's good. If your internet holds up that. There we go. That's sorted. There you go, J. Cole.
I really am in for a low hole. Get that £50 donation ready, Cal. I mean, you might end up needing it at this rate.
Yeah, Mark's going to end up probably doing more hours as well. Bless him.
Yeah.
Because he's been racing and
Speedster.
commentary. Right, Speedster. I think he's in P7 now.
He's got ahead. Yeah, he's got ahead of Greeny LSC. Of course, Greeny stuck behind after the front wing change in the collision earlier. And, yeah, fighting only for P7. And, well, losing that fight as well. We've also got Lenny on the back of Dane Stark, giving that a good go in P10 at the moment. And Julian, well, is now on the back of Fruitful, but I think Fruitful's going to get a bit of DRS off some of the cars he's lapping now, which would be nice for him, of course. And, yeah, Shimmy not really letting him through, actually. He's just sort of sitting on the left-hand side. It won't really make any difference to their lives, because, obviously ghosting's a thing, but yeah, still helps out Fruitful just a little bit. And Julian just has to sit back and wait. ARS, more for Julian than there is for Fruitful, which is good news. For the fight, for us anyway as commentators, we'd love to see that. So, yeah, we'll see. As Glock pits, it should be for Soft. We'll see this, because it'll be interesting to see where he comes out and see what pace he's got. Well, actually it has to be soft, so it will be soft. So there you go, onto the soft he goes. Julian, fastest lap as well. Here he goes for the net lead of the race. Down the inside in turn 1. He backs out of it. But where will Glock end up? Because he's going to have to put his foot down. He's in P9. And he's got that crazy 4-car train ahead of him. He's got to navigate that first. And then we'll see what happens afterward, because that is going to start getting very interesting very soon, as that fight gets more and more crucial in terms of position, because that will eventually be the fight for 4th.
Yeah, it will potentially, and the more points you get, the better it's going to help your team out, to be honest. I've just looked at the standings before Bahrain, and the midfield are insanely close. I'll just get it up on Discord now. I forgot where they put it, actually. I might put it in. There we go. So from 6th place down to 11th, it's pretty much 8-point difference between those teams. So, you know, it makes all the difference here.
Yeah, it definitely does. Which is good to see it nice and close. Means we're actually going to fight for it. But we've got the magic 4/10 again. I'll say it again. Fruitful.
Oh, Lenny's going to make the move around the inside into... I wasn't expecting him to do that.
That's going to mess up Glock a lot, that. But we'll go back to the leaders quickly, because here goes Julian. He's ahead by quite a long way as well. He was well within the 4/10 he needed. It was more like 2/10 when he got across the line. And Julian back in the lead now. Where's Praga going to come out? Because Glock is messing about here with Lenny. He will come out behind him, but now it is... How many in this train? It's a 6-car train, sorry. And Forbes and Dynasty, it's just going to close a bit more. Make this nice and long. Go on.
Yeah, that's gonna last a long time, I think, by the looks of things. That is, you know, but we'll see what happens anyway. I think it's going to be a battle for pretty much every single position on this grid, apart from potentially P3 and 4. I think that's decided right now, unless there's penalties, which could happen. So I think Matthew will get P3, Speedster will get P... Actually, no, Matthew will get P3, but Greeny is chasing Speedster for P4, but not quite close enough. No,
he'll have to pit. He'll have to pit. With those tyres like that, no way he's getting to the end.
Nah.
I think Speedster has a penalty. I'm not sure. I'll check him. I'm pretty sure I saw one come up for him. He does have a penalty. That could affect him actually in this fight, but we'll maybe focus more on that at the end. At the moment he's at the head of this train. Of this growing train, hopefully, if Forbes can catch him. I don't think he's quite quick enough at the moment, as Greeny gets a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. So that's not good news. He'll have to serve that when he pits, because he will have to, because his tyres will blow up if he doesn't. As Glock sets a new fastest lap of the race. Praga is passing Lenny into turn 1. He's broke so late though, but he got it slowed down anyway. I thought he wasn't going to make that corner, but he did okay. Danestar's a bit wide, a bit slidey. Can Glock find a way through now? It's a very powerful DRS on Greeny for Danestar, it has to be said. And that's probably caused by Speedster not having any DRS at all. Everyone just closes up as a result. I could say all very close up here. This is about as close as it's been. In the middle sector, will Danestar go for it? He will go for it, and there's a lot of contact. The three of them come together. Speedster was sliding about, and Leafy's been shoved into him by Danestar, who's now trying to get by Speedster himself. Greeny's now going to hit Speedster as well, or is he going to get them both? I think Speedster saw him. Speedster luckily saw him. That could have been curtains. And Greeny now side by side. Danestar as well in the tow. This could be free wide into a corner where you shouldn't be overtaken, guys.
No.
And Leafy gets himself through. Danestar gets himself through. Speedster's just going to have to sit behind there. Barton's retired. Glock, surely he's going to fancy up the inside. He does go to the inside, and he's going to nearly hit Danestar. Got that one done, and Praga too, as Speedster goes off the track. What a terrible lap for him this has been. And now Glock is down the inside into the final two corners. He's up into P5. There's a lot of contact there too. Danestar off the track, nearly onto the gravel, and here comes Praga as we start lap 25. This has got really personal now between these guys. There's been so much contact, and we're trying to go free wide. Nowhere for Praga to go. Danestar is so late on the brakes. He's got the move done for now, but there's a lot of contact, and we're still side by side with Speedster and with Lenny. Has a lot of contact, massive sliding. What is going on?
I mean, this feels like lap 1, not lap 25 out of 29. I mean, come on guys, keep it clean. And they're trying to do free wides where it doesn't go free wide, and I'm almost certain, like a few people predicted in chat, it's going to end in tears. I think it might do if they keep this up, but I know a few people are going to try for moves just because it's a charity event. You know what, you're not going to gain that much, but you want some glory points for your team, and some teams, they're not going to fight for the win, so they just want to get some entertainment on the stream, so I'm all for it.
You know what's good for this? It's put Forbes and Dynastics into the train. Yay!
Yes!
It's very good, love it. So that means when this all kicks off again, you'll have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. Although saying that, Space is sort of barging in and out of DRS. We saw this a bit earlier with a few of them. I'm not sure he's actually going to get that, so this could become a 2-train final. They're saying that when this all kicks off, it won't matter. But remember that maybe Greeny will try and stay, but I just feel the tyres are going to die. But here we go, we've got some action again. Danestar up the inside of Greeny. Will Glock fancy some of that too? Oh, he had to avoid nearly contact there, and the two ahead are going for it, and this is going to give Glock a fantastic opportunity. But once again, we're going to have to try and go. Oh no, that's not the idea, Greeny. You can't turn into him on a straight. You'll take him out, and that's what he's done. Greeny's taken Danestar on the straight. He turned into him by the looks of it. You can't do that.
No, you can't, and that's both cars out of the race like that. No points.
Luckily, Glock was sitting on the left-hand side rather than putting himself on the right. He's got away with that and is able to push away in P4 now, with Praga behind in P5. And well, these soft runners are loving life now. And Danestar, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not a little bit upset by what's just happened there.
He would be. I'm almost certain for that. And yeah, I think they just went for too many risks. I mean, that wasn't going to go into turn 3 and 4, surely. Like, you know, it was impossible, so we'll see. But the only battle that I think could be, actually, we got a few more battles to the side due to the DRS train. We got, I think, 1, 2, 3 DRS trains. Fruitful and Julian, this could be the side. In fact, I don't think they've got penalties, so it's a battle for the lead.
No penalties.
Nice. So
No
squeaky clean.
penalties.
No warnings?
One warning, I think, for Julian and 2 for Fruitful.
Ah, right, okay.
And
Right.
yeah, let me just quickly confirm that. Oh, sorry, no, it's 1 for Fruitful, 2 for Julian.
Ah.
Still, no penalties regardless, but yeah, 1 more for Julian, 1 more warning, and you're in trouble. He should be okay, touch wood, but we've got more fighting with 3 wide again. Forbes and Lenny and Speedster. This time decide not to cross into each other, but this is
my
they
God,
have. They have. They have. Forbes has got no front lane anymore, and I wonder if there was some more, possibly Toro Rosso coming off, or no, actually we're all okay. As Fruitful has passed Julian, I think.
Yeah,
How did that happen? I wonder if Julian's gone wide or maybe let that happen as Forbes retires. I wonder if there's a bit of tactics going on there for Julian. We'll wait and see. We didn't see that because the crash is going on, but yeah, lead has changed hands during all that as well. And well, I guess 4 cars fighting in turn 4 doesn't end too well either.
No, it doesn't.
Sorry about that. That was probably my fault. I 100% cursed that. But yeah, here we go.
S for
Look
Owen
at this.
in chat.
I wonder if this has been tactics because now Julian's going to go straight back past again. And I think this is possibly tactics from Fruitful because he wants to be the guy in the DRS on the final lap down towards turn 1. Surely. It'll be an open goal.
I'm doing
So,
very well,
well,
my predictions. So I've got 2 of the people in the top 2. Shame Aaron's
look
not
at
there.
Glock
That would have
and-
been right. Glock,
You
here
got
comes
Glock
Glock.
and- Praga, yeah, Praga got ahead briefly, but Glock's come back and we've both got DRS up the hill thanks to the lapped car. So plenty of fights going on. Dynastics and Speedster, Speedster falling behind. Juice, I think, and Verstappen and Mark are all fighting away too. They've really given it a good go in this race. It's good to see.
Yeah,
But,
I'm enjoying this.
But who's going to come out on top in the top 2? Because it looks like Julian is pulling the gap. I feel there's a lot of tactics going on right now, but it feels like Fruitful maybe just isn't quite quick enough to get close enough. He's using all the ERS he can. They are doing pretty much qualifying laps on these aging mediums. And I wonder if Julian actually might just have enough to keep this one ahead. We'll obviously look at it and see. But also you got Pryor and Glock. There's a lot to watch. I wish we could have multi-screen viewing. That would be very useful, right? But I bet Fruitful's locked it up in the last corner.
2020
That
maybe.
will that'll loosen the race. That he's not going to get by. No chance as Julian sets the fastest lap. So we'll turn our attention to Praga and Glock in their fight for P4. They've made the strategy work. Let's hope they don't throw it all in the bin now as they start their final laps. And Praga gets a very nice run indeed. He's got plenty of ERS to use as well. Down the inside into turn 1 he goes. Can he get it slowed down? Will there be any contact? Will there be a switch back from Glock? He'll keep it side by side. There is some wheel binding, and up towards turn 4 we go. Glock ahead at the moment, but Praga pulls ahead himself. They're sort of swapping back and forth. Outside line, not really the idea for Praga. He decides to go for a cutback, and he will get that one done. And he's up into P4 on the final lap. And look at Fruitful. Do you know what? He is getting close now. He has closed this right up. This is where he was good on the last few laps. Oh, is there a chance of a late lunge? I said it might be over.
I hope so.
But he is giving it some. He is giving it some. He's right there. Best chance possibly turn 12. Or turn 13 I should say. If he can get a good run through turn 12. Just not quite there. Could he try a dummy? Could he try and throw one up the inside of the last 2 corners?
Oh no,
It feels like it's not going to work. He's gone wide. You can see he's giving it everything. He might have a chance of DRS across the line if he's really close.
Oh, he's so close.
Julian is right there, but it's not going to happen. Julian is going to win this race, but what about Glock and Praga? They are still giving it everything in these last 2 corners right now. Who will come out on top? Praga, can he try a cutback? Will he have the DRS run? Oh, he's going to be close, you know, but I think Glock is going to get it. He will get it. Praga gets it. Glock had penalties. Lenny will be 5th then, thanks to that. Glock 6th. Dynastic 7th. With Space at 8th. Owen 9th. Juice and Verstappen and Mark have been fighting away. I think Juice has been getting plenty of penalties though, so he will fall outside the top 10. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Yes. Mark gets top 10 then. Verstappen, Juice, and then Puff will come across the line. he will also be juiced, and then there'll be Shimi, Dylan, and Aaron, of course, with his DC earlier on. That felt like a lifetime ago. That was such a good race.
Yeah, probably the best race I've ever commentated on in this series. So yeah, that was fun. Honestly, I mean, I think without Aaron being there, I think this shaped up to be a good battle for the win. And yeah, well done to Julian there. He did well in Abu Dhabi and he's done well in Bahrain. So, you know, that is going to help well for his team. I need to actually double check what team he's in. I think it says in the name. It says in his gamer tag. My bad. Right, let's go through the results. If it loads up on my screen, which it should do. So, there we go. We've got Julian in TUF in first place. NXX in second then. That's going to help with the standings. Matty in third. Another good result for ILRT. Then we got Praga in fourth. Lenny gets P5. I believe he's racing for Libid Racing, I believe. So that's a good point on the board for them. Glock in sixth. I can't remember what team they're in. Any Dynatics in seventh. Peter eighth. Owen ninth. And Mark 10th. And here are the other results. And your non-finishers are Forbes, Greeny, Danestar, Barton, and if we can count Aaron in there as well, because he disconnected. So, yeah, 5 of these guys, I think for the very first time, Bois doesn't get any points. I don't believe it.
Well then, that says a lot about how good this race one was, doesn't it? And we've got another very fun track coming up next. You've got 3 DRS zones, Austria. I mean, Kieran Reagan once said it, it's pretty much half DRS these days, Austria. And that will certainly lead to some very entertaining racing indeed. And I cannot wait to see how they'll get on right there. I'm very happy I'm still in the commentary box for it. I was thinking of going to bed, but no, we're still here. It's at least 5 AM now. I said the internet would go to about 2:30. We're still rolling, so I mean, I'm taking it.
That's fine, that's fine. That's fine by me. I'm glad you still want to be in the box, because otherwise I would have been screwed, so
Yeah.
I need to actually double check who's doing the standings actually. Is J. Cole still in the chat? I think he is, because I see his channel there. If he's not, I might have to do it, because I have access, but that's going to be a bit of multitasking, but there we go. So, who was your driver of the day of that race then? Who stood out to you there?
I don't know. It was quite a lot of good ones, wasn't there? I mean, Lenny ended up 5th. From like 15th. He was quite underrated that day in that race. So, do you know what? Since we like him, we'll give it to him.
Yeah, I think Lenny as well. You did us proud, Lenny. We're not being biased or anything like that. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see there. As I think I'm just actually gonna double check. Who's hosting this lobby? Oh, it's Praga. Oh yeah, he should be fine. I think he hosted a few ones before, but yeah, I think we should be fine with that one. So we are going on to Austria. We've got a few changes in teams then. I think Lenny is staying, Praga's staying, Greeny's staying, I believe. We've got IRO changing. I think Packers racing, unless they raced before. Gary, I think, is racing again. I think he raced in China, I believe. We've got Futzer. Oh, we got Campbell for the first time. He's racing. That's a familiar face. And we got Dexter in for Matty. Alonso in for I can't remember who was racing for NXS. I should know. I can't remember. And then we got Gilzo in. He's in the Williams. I think he's. I don't know. I'll double check in a minute anyway. But we were ready up anyway. But Austria, I must say, is one of my favourite tracks on this game, hands down.
Yeah, it's just good fun, isn't it? You get good racing, you get good fighting, and it's just a fun. It's like a massive go-kart track, really. So it's going to be good fun to watch these guys run down. Hopefully, they keep it clean, please. Thank you.
Yeah, keep it clean through turn 1. They should be absolutely fine. So yeah, I've only got. This is my. I actually can't believe this. It's gone very quickly already. I thought I was going to struggle through this night shift. 2 more races to go, and then I could go to sleep.
Yeah, might be just one more for me. Oh no, Louis here. Go away.
I was about to say something. I was about to say something rude, but it's a family show.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of stuff to say now, but let's see. Actually, that is a good point. Actually, whilst we wait, I'm actually going to see who has donated recently and how much we are on. I think we're on the same, I think. Oh, no, we're not.
I think it's 325, I believe.
365. So, who has donated since we last spoke? I think I forgot to mention when Austin was on who donated. So, 2 anonymous donations. I didn't. There was one that didn't say how much they donated. Okay, we got Max Steele who donated £5, and we got one of our racers, Dexter. He's donated £15, and Val's Viking who's donated £5. He's racing in Australia and Monaco and USA. Oh well, I get to see him in Australia, but not the other 2. So, yeah, good luck for that one. And I also see you did a cheeky donation earlier on as well. So, thanks for that.
No problem.
So I think pretty much most people I know has donated as well. Quite a lot of people. And by the way, if you want to donate, !donate. Every little helps. Even if you only donate £1, it's better than nothing. It's going to a good cause. NHS, which is healthcare, who are raising. Well, basically they're helping the coronavirus outbreak and making sure that we get less people dying and more people recovering from their hospital beds or even out of that. So. Yes, and I think we're just having a little bit of a break now so the drivers could get ready. And I'm just seeing how far I think we're meant to be finishing at 1 p.m. I'm going to check how far away we are. I think we're a couple of hours behind schedule because we're meant to be at Monaco now, but we're not. Yeah,
we're kind of
hours.
Like we're nearly 2/3 of the way through, and we might actually make it. Might make it.
Yeah, we'll see anyway. So we've got Austria and then Australia. Both ending A's. Well, both starting A's, sorry. So,
yes.
Yeah, that should be good.
Why they both start and end with A?
Yeah, no, Aust.
It's A's all round.
A-U-S-T, both of them.
It's just A's and the same all round. So weird.
I think we're just waiting on one driver, I believe, and that's Louis.
Yeah.
I think that's Louis.
The Louis. Well, Louis here at the moment.
Yeah. No, it's not Louis. It's someone else. Right. Who are we waiting for? Williams. That is Maestro, I believe. So if he could, if I could have his gamer tag, I could behind him. And according to Jacob, we're only 5 minutes behind schedule. That's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're doing pretty well so far. So that's good to see.
How did we make that up somehow? Maybe because it didn't rain in Bahrain and China and what was the other one? Hungary. That was it.
Yeah, that could be it. Just quick run through the rest of the calendar, by the way, for those who don't know. We've got obviously Austria coming up now, but then after that we've got Australia, Monaco, USA, Germany, France, Britain and Russia. I'll be back in the commentary for Russia. Sure, Jess will be in a few more than me, but still, you'll see us again after we're done on this, I believe.
Yeah, I think I've got this one, then I've got Australia, and then I've got 2 more, I think. I think I've got USA and something else. It does depend, really. So I only get a short break after this. I'm not entirely sure, but I think we need to figure out our stints again because, yeah, I think I might be doing more or less. It's changing all the time,
isn't it?
It might be more or less, I don't know. Most likely less, but, you know, we'll see. I think...
Well, I think I signed up for ZQ 2 races. I'm doing 4 now, so I mean.
I think I've signed up for more, but got less. So due to my bloody internet, but
yes,
it's fine
internet,
now.
Of course.
Touch wood. It's been
the common problem.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the last few weeks I've had internet issues due to this COVID-19, and yeah, that's a bit annoying. And I think everyone's having internet issues recently. I think as soon as Maestro's in the lobby, we could get in.
Oh, it's not Maestro.
Oh wait,
someone
is that
else.
His game? It's Fulzam.
Well,
Fulzam.
Fuzlim?
Fuzlim. I think that's him. Right, let me ask him. Are you Fuzlim? Please say you are, so we can get started, please.
just some random returns off out of nowhere.
I do recognise his name somewhere, though. So we'll have to wait and everyone's in apparently. Let's go.
Let's get this thing started then.
Ooh. So I don't have notes.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had some?
So I need to get my notes for that. So just give me a moment.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had a nice changeable conditions one? I reckon this would be quite good for that.
I haven't commentated on the wet race. J. Cole has. I haven't. So, you know, he's not going to get the glory for it. He may be the only main commentator commentating on wet races. That's not going to happen, mate. So if you're watching, because I know you are, I know you should still be in bed, but you're not. Yeah. I will commentate on the wet race. Don't you worry. It's most likely going to be Australia for all you know. But we'll see.
I just hope Russia isn't wet, because they might as well not show off if that one's wet.
Yeah. Well, I think the only people that will show up is probably the winner. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god! Oh my goodness.
Jojo's. Oh. Now that is interesting. He's gonna win. Jojo's gonna be actual competition.
Oh my goodness, J. Cole hasn't been to bed yet. Or asleep or anything. Oh my goodness. Kieran hasn't either. As in Kieran McGinley, who was on for the first 2 hours with me. Yeah, they're still there. They're both there in the chat, loving life.
Right, so of course I'm going to have a little bit of bias because I league race with him, but Jojo is extremely quick. Although I did beat him here, in fairness, but still, that's not relevant. He's pretty quick.
What league?
SLR.
SLR. Ah, right. Okay. Because I was going to say, he's not in PSGR. I was going to say. Nah. Ah. So it's not sunny, but it's it's overcast.
Yeah, well, hopefully it won't rain on the lap. That'd be quite funny if it did. But I think, yeah. I'm still expecting Louis to win, but certainly Jojo should be nice competition, and obviously the rest as well. And I'm going to try and bring them down.
I was thinking Julian, but I think he's more better at the Twilight Circus more than anything. Right, let's see who we can go on board with. Where is Jojo? Jojo. Where is he? Come on.
He's currently top at the moment.
I'm trying to actually go on board with him. There we go. There we go. So, and Forbes is retired already. He's invalidated his lap then. So he's not going to set lap down. Let's follow in on the rest of this lap. He's doing very well. Jojo, oh, how do you say his name? He's purple in set to 1-9, and Louis have beaten him already in set to 1, but just before that. And then you're going to go towards turn 4 then, and now it's going to be a little kink towards turn 5 then. Let's see if he can get fastest in the second sector. It would help if I get the lap data. There we go. They're all on the soft compounded tyres, which says they want to get the 44.9 for Jojo then. I didn't see what Louis got, but he's second at the moment. Now going into the downhill section of the circuit. He's on a hot lap mode at the moment. I thought he was going to be on overtake, but he's not. So he comes across the line. He's going to set a 104.4, which is not that bad. It's not that. It's quite close to Louis actually. So Louis on pole, Jojo in second there. So we did well picking him.
Yes, unfortunately you haven't put the stream up yet. We're still looking at the calendar. I just noticed that now.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. Right, there you go. Thanks, chat.
Yes. Well, I'll just run you through the order then while that's being sorted. Louis on pole, then from Jojo second, Lion third, Alonso fourth, Praga fifth, Julian sixth, Gilzo 7th, Owen Ole 8th, Glock 9th, and Excel Gary 10th. Then outside the top 10, the top 10 obviously starting us off. Outside, Lenny, Greeny, Maestro, Gamble, Dexter, Fislam, Shumi, Forbes, Packer, and Speedster. 3 drivers of no time, 2 disqualifications. Both the Americans in the racing points disqualified.
Well, at least they're still awake because it's technically evening for them. So
well, they could have slept through the lap. You never know. Could have had a bit of a lapse of judgment and fell asleep. But yeah.
Oh, it's sunny. We were hoping for a changeable race, and looks like I'm not going to get it.
Could still be.
Could still be.
Changes quite quickly on this game. Weather's a bit unnatural on this game. It'll be sunny well, it's more Northern Ireland. It'll be sunny 1 minute, tipping it down the next. So you never know.
Yeah. So we're on. Finally, someone has actually posted in the chat who's racing for who. So thank you for that. That's a few races too late, but there we go. So let's go through the order then. Speedster for Mean Team, and we've got Alan. It's meant to be. Is that the right order? I'm sure that's Bahrain there. Actually, no, it's not. So, as Aaron was meant to be in, but I think Aaron disconnected, so that's why Louis is in. And then we got Speedster, Forbes, Fuzz for absolute units, all A1 All-Stars, Fuzzer, Lim. OWR is Shumi. Then we got Lion for Team Smooth Operator. I absolutely love that team name. NXX, we got Alonso replacing, I think that was Fruitful. Yes, it was. Verstappen, he's in again. So is Greeny for TBC and Team QVR. IRO, we got Packet. And then we got Praga in IRL All-Stars. I nearly said ILR there, but no. RIT, and we got Dexter. Livid Racing, we got Lenny again. He's in for another race. I know Verstappen has done a few, I think 4 races in a row. So he's glad he's got Campbell in there. So, yeah, that's why Verstappen's not in there now. Campbell's in his place. There we go. That probably explains it a little bit. And we got Maestro and Road Nations. LAE, we got Mark. TNR, have they changed their drivers? No, they haven't. We've got Own. Julian, we've got for TUF. Zenith, we've got Gilzo. Mats, we've got Glock still. And Jojo, obviously, in Nordic E-Racing. So that is your lineup for this evening then. And if you do exclamation mark donate, you'll get the donations, guys. So yeah, hope you can actually see the action now. I do apologise. And yeah, we're about to get started for 36 laps this time. So it's quite a lot of laps, but obviously the laps is probably the shortest on the calendar. Are we quick? Who's going to be for the win?
I want to really say Jojo, so I'll say Jojo wins from Louis and then Alonso third.
I don't know. I'm going to go for Jojo as well. But everyone is going to line up on the grid then as Speedster in last place. The only one yet to set a lap time and invalidated. So we've got 5 red lights going on your screens now. We've got Louis on the left, Jojo on the... No, Louis on the right, Jojo on the left. We're about to see the 5 red lights then here in a sunny Austria Grand Prix. And we are underway then. Looks like it's a pretty decent start from Jojo actually. Going into turn 1. Maybe Louis is not going to have any of this at the moment as Lion is up into 3rd place as well. He's staying as well. I think everyone has got cleanly off the start by the looks of things. The 3rd race in a row has done that. So good job, guys then. It's time for Jojo to get the run to turn 3 then. Is he going to do it? No. Louis is ever so fast to ever do that. Praga somehow. He's up into 4th place. Alonso, he's dropped down to 6th. That's not the start he wants as well. And then we've got Glock as well. Glock is going to go for the lunge into turn 4. And Julian covers him off. So there we go. That was the start of the Austrian Grand Prix for you. And Jojo almost got the lead from Louis, but he didn't. So that was close though.
What is wrong with these people? They're not crashing, they're not messing about, they're just driving cleanly. This is so weird. I'm not used to this on this game. Everyone's being well behaved. I don't think there's anyone with any issues so far in this lap. I think we're all actually going to get to the end of the first lap without having to need any pit stops, which it might be a first for me. Nope. Toro also to pit in last place. So close, it's so far. But yeah, Jojo had a chance but was on the outside. Wrong place to be up in turn 3. But point is we're all still running and DRS will be enabled on the next lap, and that's when this will start getting very interesting indeed.
Yeah, indeed. And there we go. There's Maestro on the back of Forbes. That was a touch. That is not how you take turn 3, my friend. And yeah, that is Forbes staying in 13 and Maestro up in 14. Speedster, he started last, he's up into P16, he's going to try and get another position, easily done it from Speedster, but I think the other racing point is going to try and get past Speedster by the looks of things. No, he doesn't, so yeah, that was a good move from him. I'm impressed.
That was very good on the brakes. I was expecting him to smash into the side of the other racing point, but no, kept it going, and it was a very nice move indeed. So good driving there from Speedster, hoping to try and recover from obviously a disqualification and qualifying. Only ways up when you don't set a lap. And so far he is going up, and quickly. Jojo is not in DRS range, and so he's going to have to sit looking at his mirrors for the whole race. Good luck. here comes your first victim, possibly. Already, Lion on the outside. Jojo will cover that right off. And there's a lot of contact. Here comes Prague, and there's no room for him. We're going to have this free abreast problem once again, where he just can't find a gap. Jojo really pressing into the side there of Lion's line, trying to make sure he doesn't go. And oh, he went for the cutback line, but didn't realise Prague was there. Couldn't do it. There was contact as a result. Plenty more action behind as well. Gilzo there is trying to go around all the way around the outside of Alonso. Doesn't quite make it work. And, well, this is all helping Louis. 2.2 seconds clear already. Will this be another 30-second victory? I'm not sure, but we've got... Ooh, wow. Side by side into turn 9. We've got Julian and we've got Gilzo. They're keeping that relatively clean. And Gilzo will have to go off track. This will help Glock catch up to that. And that could be another unnecessary free abreast moment. Surely Glock will just sit back and let this one happen. And he'll come back and get them on the exit when they inevitably collide or something. Here he goes, he's going to get them both. Or at least he should do. He'll have good slipstream, good toe. Also up ahead you've got Jojo, again defending on the inside. Lion will try for the exit, we'll see if he can make it work. Glock has got both of them into one corner. Gilzo off the track for the 7th or 8th corner in a row. He can't keep it on the track for some reason. Lion outside again, Jojo inside again. And yeah, there's only one place you're going to end up there, but somehow he's managed to keep his nose in there. And Lion now, on the inside, is going to get the position done. And so persistence has paid off. Lion up into P2.
Brilliant stuff. What a great job from him. I mean, I know those two are probably going to be fighting for the rest of this race. I think Louis must be loving this right now. His newest challenger, Jojo, and Lion, nowhere to be seen at the moment. 2.6 seconds. And Lion's out of DRS range, so maybe Jojo can get him on this lap. Have we got a yellow flag?
Oh dear.
That is
Campbell. Dear. There's a freeway accident happening in the last 2 corners. It is Campbell, it is Owen, and it is Gilzo. The 3 of them have all come together in that section. That's I've got to assume that's what's happened there.
And Lenny too.
Yeah. Lenny's been involved too. I saw him trying side by side to free down the last lap with Gilzo. Oh, I think Jojo's nearly spun. There's been contact. He went for the move, and there's been a bit of contact. I don't think there's any damage, but they're still being so aggressive. Will Jojo go for it on the inside? No, he won't. Prague is right on him, but nothing happening there either. And the gap just continues to grow at the lead. It's ridiculous. Like, Julian's just got by Glock as well. Glock, struggling a little bit out there. He's broke his front wing. I wonder there was some contact between the 2 of them. That is surely going to be in the pit lane. You just cannot drive on there. Even with minor front wing damage, it will be a death trap for you. But yeah. Racing points now up into 11th and 12th, and they're still making good progress, which is good to see. And Maestro's just gone off the track, because that's another free position, and then Greaves into the pits, and a lot more into the pits as well. Alonso, Glock and Julian. Again, with the early pit stops onto mediums, it just seems to be quite the theme. It's a surprising theme. I wasn't expecting this. And it's happened in all 3 races I've commentated on tonight.
Yeah, you must be having a little bit of a curse there, or yeah. So,
well, I wouldn't say curse, but certainly it's a pattern that I wasn't expecting.
Trend. That's the trend.
There you go. That's trend. That is a good way of describing it. And now we've got a very interesting fight happening with Gary and Packer as their racing point continue to get out the field. And you've got Dexter just sitting in the background, along with Shumi, waiting to get involved. These are the fights that lead to big accidents, but luckily we're being nice and clean. But so far, Packer up into P8, and Jojo is right on the back of Lion. Will he be off into the pit lane? Indeed he will. Praga too, but Jojo, he cut the pit lane entry, got a penalty for it. You can't say he doesn't deserve that when you just blatantly ignore a pit lane entry like that. That could cost him in the end. Anyone else going to pit?
Praga.
Gary and... well, only Gary. And then obviously, yeah, Praga too.
All mediums are... yeah, mediums. It's hard to do
Speeds has a penalty now, but he's already up to P4. Of course, he's still got to pit, so he's on the mediums, so he will be net second for a bit. So he'll be enjoying this for the time being.
Exactly, as I don't know how Louis is holding on that lead. And to be fair, Lion is doing very well to hold up Forbes in second place. Don't forget, Forbes is on a different strategy as well. So, you know, fair play to him. And the top two are running plain sailing at the moment. So that's going to help Lion and Louis pretty much, to be honest. As I don't know where Lion's team are in the standings. I don't think the standings have been updated yet. So as soon as the standings are updated, we will let you know, of course. So, yeah.
So Lion stays out then as Louis pits. That could be curtains for Lion's second place. Need to sneeze back in a second.
Yep, no worries. There's Praga then. He's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Then there's a few people into the pits. So we've got Maestro. We have got Louis in the pits as well. So, and he comes out ahead of pretty much Jojo by 3 seconds. So he's still got that gap there by the looks of things. But we've got Dexter and Packer then going for the move into turn 3. Dexter had a sneaky suspicion that he was going to get it, but Packer just had the edge there in the racing point. So they go into turn 4 then. Let's see if Dexter can have a chance this time.
Oh, Louis, this is bad. This is bad going for moves like that. He's luckily not coming to the side there of Dexter, but man, was that close.
That was, I think, that didn't help Louis whatsoever, because that's probably going to allow Lion to breathe a sigh of relief then when it goes to the pit stops. But speaking of Lion, he pits for mediums. So let's see where Louis ends up on all this. Louis's got to get past Packer now. Packer's probably going to hold Louis up by the looks of it, because Packer's qualified this low down. Louis got to get past. Yep, he does. Lion, here he comes. Louis still ahead anyway. I had hope.
Jojo.
I had hope.
Jojo does beat him out. What about Praga? Praga's going to have a very nice run.
Yep, he is going into turn 3. Jojo's going to have
here we go again.
Lion gets the outside. Jojo.
Oh no, don't be doing that again. This is where you get your accidents again. There's no damage luckily, but you do not need to be banging into each other. And well, Jojo's lead didn't last very long. It only lasted a single corner. In fact, he's now going to go and do some more passing.
Yeah, he has to now, doesn't he? But, you know, he's doing quite well down in a 7th place on track at the moment. And net, I do believe it's a net P3. Yeah, it's a net P3 as everyone else is still yet to pit. The only one on the softs though, Dexter, he hasn't pitted yet, so I think he may be playing the long game more than anything, and I do believe he's going into the pits now, which he does. So he onto the mediums he goes, and that's everyone that's done their first stop of the race then, who went on the soft compounded tyres. It still leaves Speedster and Forbes to go as well, so yeah, should be interesting there.
Packer too.
And oh yeah, Praga as well, yeah. And lots of other people. So, Jojo, can he get the lunge onto Lion? No, he's just not quick enough at the moment. He's got enough ERS to prove it though. He wants to. He's on 3. He's got to go on 4. No, he's decided I think enough's enough at the moment. He might try it again later on as well. But we've got Praga and Alonso as well. So, Jojo's got those two to worry about as well.
Yeah, remember a few of these guys might have penalties as well. And that could be quite important when you're in trains like this. Especially Jojo. I know definitely Jojo has a penalty. We'll see about the other guys, but yeah, he has got to hurry this up now and get ahead of Lion, because it's just so difficult to build a gap around here. You'll be in this train the whole race if you're not careful. So he's got to get this done soon, preferably before they catch Packer. I would have thought, as he gets a penalty, but we'll see how that all goes as Jojo closes in, because Lion's now going to get DRS.
Yeah, he is.
And Jojo doesn't go for it. Lion, let's see how quickly he gets by Packer. I'm not sure he'll get him on this run, as Glock gets past Julian again. He was ahead earlier, but he must have fallen behind, but he's ahead again. Lion does not get past. And that is just bad news for him, well, bad news for pretty much everyone. We're just stuck. He's going to have to try and force the move. He's doing that now on the inside. of turn 6, a risky move, but he's made it work. Jojo's going for an even riskier one in turn 7 and 8. Oh, and that's not going to work. He's in the wall. Yeah, I said it was risky and he shouldn't have done that.
No, he shouldn't. That was not good from Jojo.
Oh, he's going to be in the way of people as well. Be careful. He's going to pit for hards, I guess, now just go to the end. Surely with a front wing damage he must have taken from that. Yeah, he could barely get through turn 9. He has to pit. He does pit. That was really unfortunate, that for him, but he should have been more careful. There's still 2/3 of the race to go, you know.
Yeah, we've only done 1/3. That's how long the laps. Well, short the laps are, and longer the quantity of laps, if that makes sense. And Packer as well, still yet to pit. He's chasing Praga for P5 on track, but it's probably not going to make difference at the moment. Then, as I think he's doing very well on those medium tyres as well. They're making last very long. I hope Packer remembers the 2 stop, which hopefully he does. I think he should. He should be fine about that. I think most people have raced before in this event, apart from possibly Jojo and maybe... Yeah, everyone I think apart from Jojo has raced so far, so, you know, unless Jojo's raced before. If J. Cole could clear me up on that, because I wasn't paying attention to the last few lineups. So, yeah, Forbes is in the race lead, but not the net race lead right now. He's going to get some glory anyway, but he'll be in the pit soon for another 7 millions by the looks of things. And a bit of lock up there, but, oh, Alonso getting a penalty. That could change things.
Yeah, that might just even him up. I'm going to check everyone else's penalties right now. Might as well. Nothing massively happening. And yeah, that'll level them up then with Lion and Praga. So they've all got 1 penalty each.
Ah, okay. I've noticed quite a lot of people get penalties here, and I don't know why.
Turn 1. Yeah, it's very easy just to drift a little wide there. That'll give you warnings
as well, and the last few corners as well.
Yeah.
Just before I'm trying to call it. It's kind of the bump, but it's not the bump. I'll get it eventually. Meanwhile, Speedster's in the pits then. Hit the first of the medium runners then, and I don't think Forbes will need to respond to that, that's for sure. And let's see where Speedster goes then on either the hards or the mediums, and it's the mediums. Actually, no, softs on the mediums, sorry. On the softs, okay.
Getting those out of the way then, in the middle stint.
Yeah, I
Interesting strategy, this.
I guess he wants to get out the softs early and then go on the mediums, but the softs could last up to 9-10 laps, so, you know. But I'm guessing he wants to balance it out a little bit more, so fair play. I think we've seen Dylan done it I think it was Dylan who did it in China, and it worked well for him, so, you know, maybe Speedster's learning from Dylan, as Speedster I think is going to get past Lenny easily, which he does. Yep, he does that.
Oh, look at Julian.
Oh, Julian as well.
Yeah, had a wee look there on Glock. They've been fighting the whole race, and well, as you can see, the fight is still continuing through turn 6, and that is into the gravel trap. Glock really was not left very much room there, was he?
Nope, he wasn't. Not much room at all, to be honest. That's him now in 8th place now. And Forbes is the last person to pit as well as Packer. Everyone else has done their stops. Forbes again doing the same strategy as Speedster on the softs. Let's see where Speedster comes out in relation to Forbes. It's going to be close though. I can see Forbes in the background. Oh, he's ahead. He's ahead of Speedster by 1.6 seconds. And I do believe Forbes has got a Red Bull behind him as well, in front of him as well. So, yeah, that's going to be tough for those two to get past them, that's for sure. But we shall see. Anything can happen.
Forbes actually on the brakes. That's going to be contact. Is there any front wing damage? No, but that's certainly probably not going to go down too well in Glock's book. He's just been shoved off once before in the last lap. He might be getting a bit riled up. I'd be a bit more cautious if I was Speedster. He might end up fighting back in a minute.
Yeah. I think he will, you know. I think he's got the hunger in his eyes at the moment, but he's a bit too further back to fight back at the moment. And yeah, I think Glock has been very lucky the last few races, and he might do the same here. But I'm guessing he wants to prove that wrong in this race to try and get some moves done on those 10-lap-old mediums. Because I know he would. I don't want. Sometimes I get.
There's Alonso.
Yeah, there's Alonso on Praga then into turn 3. Nicely done. P3
And
is.
Forbes on Julian. Now that is good progress. He's got by those 2 that were squabbling, and well, he's put 2 cars between himself and the Speedster. That has worked out very nicely for him indeed. He's only got 6.3 seconds of clear air if he can just get himself out of DRS, which is, in fairness, easier said than done, but we'll see if he can do it.
I think the ones on the softs are doing really well at the moment. Packer is gaining time to Maestro, Spieth is gaining time to Glock, and Forbes is getting time to possibly the cars in front as well. I mean, and then making moves as well, which could help at the end of the race if they want to get inside the top 10 or even more actually. Julian wants to build up on that result from Bahrain, because he had a great result in Bahrain. He actually won it, so he's not going to win today by the looks of things in Austria, but he could win in the other races if he's taking part. Oh, that Speedster. He's off into the trap there, and he's down in 8th now. That's Glock upper place, and so is Julian. So, yeah, I think that is
well, he was
a little bit too far.
He was chasing Glock. He nearly hit him into turn 1. He had to get out of it. That's why he went off. I think he was already behind him. And he's very lucky not to went over the top of him, frankly, with how much he was closing in there. Too much grip for your own good sometimes.
Yeah, I think it was, by the looks of things right now. So, and I think Glock is going to just hold on to 7th, just for by a whisker, I think, at the moment. And I think Julian's going to drop back from Forbes. I think you can see Forbes is pulling away now. Those softs are absolutely loving life right now. You can feel the grip as well. So that is a definite move. So I think we're pretty much almost, yeah, we are halfway to this race now. Lap 18 of 36. 50% done, 50% to go.
Oh, Owen's off in the last corner, well, the penultimate corner. He's going to just turn left, I guess, and get that thing properly spun round, not spinning back onto track, and then he'll pit. You could have spun right back onto track there and just got back to pit as soon as possible, but you decided to take the safer route, which is fair enough. Sometimes in the heat in a moment you can do something silly, but he was sensible with that. He's in for some softs. I mean, they won't get to the end, but he might as well have a bit of fun with it. He's going to be last anyway with that spin. Oh,
no, he's not. He's out.
Oh, okay. Ah, well.
I do believe that's TNR's team, so they're going to get 0 points then. So, 2 teams without points this race. That's not good if you want to score points in every race, I must say. But, yeah, yellow one, sector 1, yellow flag. That's probably people being lapped already. No, that's not.
Speedster's right on the back of Glock. The yellow flag will be for Owen's car coming back out onto the track.
Alright, okay, that's what it is then. Thank you.
But look at Speedster, he's got to finish this move now. He's lost so much time behind Glock already with those late braking maneuvers into turn 1, really set him over the top. And being just stuck behind in general. This has to be the move done, but as I say, Glock, he's been too busy being shoved around. He's gonna put his elbows on now, and he certainly is doing so. And that's what I said, he needed to worry about that speed. I'm sure he would have saw what was going on ahead. Glock is not going to have any more being shoved about. That's not to say they won't try though, as Speedster does shove him out of the way in retaliation for out of turn 3 there. Oh dear, this is getting quite aggressive now.
Yeah, they're really going at it at the moment. They're not even going on their second stop yet. I mean, take it easy, guys. You know, there's been so much going on. Well, not as much as Bahrain and Hungary, but it's still pretty good.
My goodness, that's not good. Sorry to interrupt, but Dexter just screamed into the back of Jojo. Broken front wing. You have to pit with that.
Yeah, he has to. What tyres will he go on now then? Because there's no way the softs are going to get to the end, so it has to be the hard, surely.
I'll stick mediums on if he didn't start on softs already.
Let me check actually.
He started on soft, so he'll just stick on more mediums, I imagine.
Alright, okay, that's cool then.
Oh, stays out though, he stays out. That's not a good idea. Look at that, he's missed a corner. straight away where...
You think it's just minor damage because it doesn't look that bad?
Hey, it looks pretty bad. He's lost 2 seconds. He's missing every corner. He's going to miss this one as well, look. He should have pitted. I can't believe he didn't see that when he was going through turn 8. But, yeah, he decided not to pit. I guess it's his loss. He'll pit this lap, I'm sure. Having seen what's just happened to him.
Yeah, he will.
Because he just cannot take the corners like that.
I wonder what was his last lap time and what was his... Actually, no, we can't tell that because obviously he made pit again, so scrap that. So, yeah, Dexter, I think he might have lost time in that first sector for sure, and he's going to lose time on that second sector. They're going into turn 6 now, which I do believe will be...
Forbes there. He's putting himself right in contention for a podium, you know, because he is absolutely flying along. P4 now.
Insane. I actually can't believe it.
He's also not got Speedster too far behind still. Speedster could be on to be right in that fight too at some point. Really, these guys are making this work so well. I know he's got Glock behind him still, but Speedster was down in 19th or 20th. Which one was he in? 20th.
Speedster gained 13 places.
Yeah, so he's come from the back to be a genuine P7 and with plenty of pace to put himself in a fight for the top 5 soon. So really impressive stuff as Alonso pits, and so does Praga.
Oh,
yellow.
A 3-second penalty.
Speedster's... Oh no, I've jinxed him. I'm so sorry, Speedster.
That's not my fault this time. That's not my fault.
What did he do?
I don't know what he did.
Because he spun, but how? He hasn't broken anything. Did he just spin on his own? Did he hit anyone or what? But yeah, Speedster has just undone quite a bit of the good work he's been doing so far. While hopefully Ford will do the same thing. But yeah, certainly not. That puts him as the best looking soft runner by a long way. As we've got Greeny LSC fighting with Lenny, and you've got Alonso who's just come out into all of this. He's not going to try and fight his way through these two, although they'll probably be in the pit at the end of this lap. So maybe not have to fight him for too long, but still, he can't assume they'll pit. He'll still have to race them. How hard will they make it? We'll wait and find out. But yeah, Speedster line down in 15th. A long way behind Praga.
Yeah.
Oh, Alonso on the inside. Not a good idea when your teammate might pit. He doesn't pit though, that's okay then. Greeny LSC does pit though. No one else pitted on that last lap. Forbes is still staying out. Lenny aggressively moves out of the way. Went for style there with that manoeuvre.
I guess so I guess if he knows about Alonso pitting, then he knows he doesn't have to pit until the next lap. So you know, we'll see anyway. Greeny had a pit stop.
He did, didn't he? Maybe he had to hit the front wing or something, or maybe he got held up. But he's now got Speedster on the back. Oh, that's annoying for Speedster. That it's really annoying. I'll hope he's got the pace.
He was doing so well as well.
But you know what's worse as well? He's went on to more soft. As has Praga. They're not going to get to the end, are they?
No.
Or just, if they do, they'll be a bit destroyed.
Let me check my notes on how long these soft tyres. I think I've written it down somewhere, but I can't remember. Softs could go for 15 laps.
Right, okay, this should be alright then. We'll see if Julian goes on. Yeah, Julian goes on to him as well. But will he beat out Alonso, who's on mediums? No, he won't. Will he beat out Praga? No. I think that is, yeah.
XL is behind as well.
Yeah, Lenny's now pitted as well. Everyone is going on the sauce. Alonso appears to be the only one who hasn't done that.
Yeah, so I think if you pit from now and you still have your soft to use it. It's faster tyre and it will gain you so much time. So
yeah,
my data shows it can last 15 laps, and I think I've done a lot of Austria commentary, so yeah, that's probably the case. Lion goes in the pits. He's going on the wait a minute, I don't know what tyre he's going to go on. Most likely the soft by the looks of things. He's going to do a soft, medium, soft. I thought they were going to do soft, medium, medium. That's proved us wrong.
Forbes as well onto new softs. I mean, if he can keep his pace up, podium really is on the cards for him today. He is really having the race of his life at the moment. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out P4, you know.
That's good.
And he's going to be chasing Alonso, who's on mediums. Could Forbes actually... You know, let's just put the boat out. Can he finish second right now? Because he's only he's not even 4 seconds off it. He has been absolutely extraordinary so far. As Julian gets by Praga, he's not done yet. He's also on the move. They're all going to be on the move. But certainly Forbes is looking the most excited. Where did he start? He started all the way down in 18th place, and he's driven fantastically so far.
I agree. It's great to see him up there. I mean, I guess he likes this track. That's why quite a few people chosen it. Who doesn't like this track? I mean, you know, I think a lot of people had to fight for their teammate to say, can I race this track? Can I race this track? But I think with some of them, I think it came to the decision whether they wanted to do it at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and for some of them they said, no thanks. So that's So anyway, gap between Louis and Lion then, 22.5 seconds. Stops. Lion's done 2. Louis done 1. Louis going to be ahead for sure.
Yeah, should be. But then again, we saw what happened to Speedster when he went into the pits. He just spun for some reason. Jojo's done quite well to get himself back up to P8, and that is with a second stop, I believe, done. Can he get those tires to the end? No, we'll wait and find out. But I think no. Do you know what? If Sauce can go 15, then surely they'll be able to maybe
let me check.
stretch 24.
I put lap 2021, but I think a few races I've commentated in Austria recently, I saw someone go on the median for 24 laps, but I think what I put was the optimum pace. I think it wasn't the how long they could go for. So yeah, I think he could do it, but his pace won't be good for when he gets to 21 laps on those mediums. He's on 14 laps at the moment. I think he will be fine, just about.
Right, here comes Forbes for P3. He's already got past Alonso. That didn't take very long, did it? And this is looking better and better for him. He's now got 3.6 seconds ahead. And you know what? If Louis isn't careful here, he could start to find himself in a bit of bother. He hasn't got any penalties or anything, but if he doesn't pit soon, he might find himself getting beaten there. Now, someone's went off. And I have no idea who it is. It's Gilzo. It's Gilzo. Yeah, Louis is just taking his time. He's just
going to do the same in Hungary. He's going to do the same to what he did in Hungary.
Well, I think the cars might not get there if they're already on 20, but they might. But he might find himself getting jumped. That's the thing that might be worried. Worries me.
He's smart.
Oh, he's losing 2 seconds in the last 2 laps. If that keeps going at that rate, you just never know.
He's got to pit now. If he doesn't, he might have a danger of losing the win.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think a lot of people in the chat are hoping Louis doesn't pit for sure. I think, you know, but I do believe Lion has won a race so far. I believe, I'm not entirely sure, but
I think Forbes is the main danger right now.
Oh yeah, good point. Forbes
absolutely flying.
Well, I'm not gonna jinx. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna jinx it, so I'll say that at the end, and hopefully that my theory will be proved right.
Louis does pit. Let's see if he keeps the lead. I don't know how much time you lose in the pits, but he was about 5 seconds clear Lion before it started, so maybe it'll just be closed down a bit. I don't think Lion will get it, but you just don't know. Let's wait and find out. Here we go. Louis is at the pit lane exit. He's getting up to speed now. You can see him there towards turn 1. And Lion, well, it will be about 2 seconds, won't it? So he did gain time, just not quite enough time. And Julian has now arrived on the back of Alonso, who is still in DRS of 4, but he's sort of stalled a bit on progress. Still on for P3 at the moment, which is fantastic, but maybe not quite up enough. Now, has Prague been off the track? I think Prague has been very slow there, and Glock is right on him now.
Yeah, he is. Glock, another dark horse like we've seen in Bahrain. Could this be another good result for him? It could be. Glock's going to get to the inside into turn 4, and he does it by looks of things. Yes, he does. P6, he goes.
Yeah, Prague lost about 3 seconds in the first sector, so something has gone seriously wrong for him on this lap, and that is the result of it. And we've got a nice 4-way scrap, by the way, going on for P8. Being held by Jojo, of course, right now, who's, well, going to be just worrying more and more about those tyres. He's going to be finding himself under a lot of pressure, although Speedster seems to be getting quite a few penalties at the moment, so, yeah, that's good news for Jojo, but, yeah, that'll be a fun fight to watch, as will the fight for third. Because, yeah, Forbes, he just cannot shake off Alonso at the moment.
No, we can't. It is going to be absolutely tight for these final 6 laps. If you're just watching, welcome aboard, and I think a few of you are probably woken up. I think a lot of Europeans have probably woken up, so welcome. So hope you're all doing good, of course. And we've got Australia next, by the way, so another track beginning with A, so should be interesting there. As I don't know who's going to win. I literally don't know. It could be Louis, I think. Yeah, there's no scrap that. Louis is going to win, but what was the battle for P2?
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. No, that's not the line. That's not how you fight Speedster and Jojo. Making contact like that all the way down to turn 4. Not a good way of winning a fight, because now you've got Greeny LSC all over it, and that's surely going to be a spin. Well, they've saved it. He's managed to avoid the spin, Greeny and Speedster, by hitting each other. They slid into each other, both of them, and they managed to avoid their accident somehow via that way. That is extremely lucky, I must say, as Alonso gets another penalty. Ooh. And here comes Julian. Does he fancy a look into the hairpin? Nah, not quite. Not quite at the critical stage yet for overtaking. But yeah, I'm very surprised that Speedster's not been facing the wrong way, and Greeny as well, but he is getting the penalties, is the Racing Point driver. Quite a lot of them in the recent laps, and that will throw him down the field again, even if he does end up getting past Jojo on this straight. Let's see if he can manage it. I know we've also got Julian as well. We'll check out with him in a second, but Jojo has made it very easy there, but then he'll brake quite late, and will shove him a little bit wide, but then hits him, slides more himself, and Jojo does eventually lose that position to Speedster. But as I say, Speedster's got the penalties. He will probably fall back. But now surely Julian is thinking of making the move on Alonso now, because I mean, he's got faster tyres. You'd expect him to be able to make it by now, and he's got 2 cars to pass if he wants to get on the podium today. But he's had a bad run through turn 1, and that is going to be no overtake.
Yeah, I think if you make a overtake in turn 1, then you're probably gold, I must say, if I was concerned. So Jojo's not going to make the move into turn 1, but he's made a mistake. He's made a little bit of a mistake there. He almost hit the back of Lenny. That would have not been good at all. That's brought Lenny back into the picture. There's going to be another overtake for him. Oh my goodness, it's going to be 3 wide.
Lagging is mad there. Luckily they are lagging, or else they'll be into each other. Although that's saying that, Speeds is sliding massively. He will fall all the way back down, won't he? And Lenny might go all the way up as he goes around the outside. Look at Greeny as well. He thought about it on Jojo, but somehow Lenny's not ended up at the front of this. This is going up and down and all over the show. And then it goes Speedster again. They've already had contact with there once, and now Jojo's the one having a contact. Lenny gets to pull away a little bit, and we're afraid they will come together now.
Oh no!
And Greeny,
commentators.
Both sides of Greeny there, and they've just spun off either side, and Greeny's just gone on through. That's worked out very nicely for him indeed. Look at this. Here goes Julian at the inside. He's gonna hit Forbes. No, he's gonna hit Alonso instead. He was gonna hit one of them. He's hit Alonso. way to get in the brakes, but he's made the move work. Missed all the contact. I'm sure Alonso might not be too happy. That would maybe prompt a nice dive bomb, but he's kept his cool. And Julian has somehow been allowed to keep that.
I don't know how he's kept that, but he's kept that. So, well done. As Speedster's left, he's not happy whatsoever. So we're already down to 3 drivers. Well, no, we've already lost 3 drivers in this race so far. That's a shame, innit? But we've got 4 laps to go of this race then. Anything can happen between Julian and Alonso and Forbes now. Don't forget there's still penalties to take into consideration in this race. You never know that the order you'll see on track may not be the order you'll see post-race. So we'll have to wait and see as well. As we've got yellow flag set to 1, which I think it was people...
Speedster.
Yeah, it was Speedster. Yep, that was why there was the yellow flag set to 1. Here comes Alonso on Forbes. Hopefully they're not going to touch this time. They're not. Thank goodness for that, as we've got Alonso as well.
I wonder if Alonso thought about giving a little tap there to Julian. It felt like he had a very good run, but I think Forbes, well, he's being quite fair there with the fighting, in all fairness. Maybe he hadn't done that much ERS, maybe it made it look a bit easier than it was at none of ERS, so Forbes maybe just playing the long game a tad with this one. But certainly Julian looked pretty rapid there. He has got 2 penalties. Forbes only has 1, Alonso has 2 as well. So maybe he's aware of that as well, Forbes. The podium should be pretty secure. But we'll wait and see. Lion, ooh, Lion gets another penalty as well. How many is he on now?
Let's check. Well,
he's on 2. So, I mean, in theory, let's just say in theory, Julian is quicker than Forbes, drags Forbes along, gets Forbes to within 3 seconds of Lion. Forbes finishes 2nd.
I don't think that's going to happen. That 1.5 laps, I don't think that's going to happen. But you know what? I'll do a deal. If that does happen, I will donate 10 quid to the charity. There we go, just for you. On behalf of you, I'll say Owen sent me there. So yeah, if I'm proved wrong, yeah, that will happen. So you're welcome.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be right, does it? It's going up the gap, so I think Lion's got it covered. I'm just hoping these guys don't squabble too much, especially Forbes. Forbes can afford to just fall back here, and he'll still get that podium. Yeah. No one did anything stupid. That's all I'm going to say. Final lap. For me anyway, for a while. I think you still do one more race out of this, don't you? But I'm clearing off after this.
yeah, I've got one more race. So, but here comes Forbes. This is his moment to shine right now on the other Ferrari.
Yep, and sensibly not doing anything. And he's just letting Julian put himself under the pressure, and now on the exit he's got to get himself through, and he's up into P3. Always better to finish there legit, and it looks like he's going to do that. Although saying that, Julian's giving a nice little whack up the rear. And Alonso going to fancy someone into turn 6? No, he's not. And while all this is going on, Louis is entering the last corner, and for the 2nd time for me tonight, I'm going to get to see Louis come around the final corner and win a race, this time in Austria. Pretty dominant, not by 30 seconds this time, mind you, but still pretty good. Lion is going to come around the final corner despite that 2nd penalty and finish in 2nd. And Forbes will claim a podium from 18th on the grid.
Wow.
With Julian 4th, Alonso 5th.
Right, what team is Forbes on? I can't remember.
BRT, isn't it? It says it is, usually, doesn't it?
No, that's not the team he's in for the thing. Forbes, absolute units. There we go. That's what team he's in. That'll be good.
Yes,
where were they before this race? They were 11th. They're going to jump by that, surely. Yeah,
Forbes has promptly left as well. He probably went straight to bed for celebration.
How many races has he done now? He must have done quite a few, actually.
I think that was his 2nd or 3rd one. I think it was his 2nd one. Second one. Well, 2nd in a row.
2nd in a row, yeah. Yeah, if I was him, I would go to he would go to bed right now, which I could do
Yes.
in an hour's time. So that's good.
Yes. Something that I get to do now, though. However, so yeah. Hope you got Mark in next, haven't you? So
Yeah, I should do if Mark comes online and wakes up from his nap.
yeah.
He was meant to race in this race, but I think he was too tired, and I think he wanted to get ready for his commentary. So, which is fair enough. So
Yeah, well, miraculously my internet survived then. I'm very happy about that.
That's good.
I'll be back up here again for the Russian race, whenever that is. I really hope I don't sleep through it, but I should be here for that.
That should be, I think, I'll check in a minute, but let's go through the standings. I know you left, but I'll go through them. Louis the only one without a penalty. Everybody else has got penalties. So, Louis that wins with Lion, then Forbes, Julian and Alonso, Glock, then Praga, then Spaghetti Chips, then Greeny LFC, then Gary, then Packer. 12th is Jojo, then we got Maestro, Gilzo, Futset, Shumi, then Dexter, and then your retirements are Speedster, Own, and Campbell that retired quite early on and did not make a pit stop. So, that was a shame there. So, whilst we get our final commentary for my stint sorted, we're going to have a little bit of a break now for about 10 minutes, and Owen can finally get some sleep. So thanks for joining me. You were meant to join me for 2. You ended joining in me for 3. So thanks a lot. You've kept me awake and entertained, that's for sure.
Yes, it's a pleasure as always. Glad I could entertain everyone, and I'm looking forward to being back later. And good luck in your next commentary. Hopefully you can stay awake.
My eyes are almost dying, so I can have fun. Right, we've got a little bit of a break now, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you in 10 minutes for Australia.